please, all ladies in the room, become the top tables, please. Clinton Hansen, Dan Wiley, Richard Swaffield, Jordan Parkinson, Michael Tomlinson, Craig Marsh, Neil Roberts, Stephen Ellis. Mark Boyle, Ben Davis, top table, please. Ben Davis, top table.
Good evening and welcome to here in Coventry to the 2023 IPA World Championships. I'm Mark Pickworth and I'm going to be bringing you all the latest action, and this is our next matchup, Robert Stephen against Dan Davey. Hope you enjoyed this afternoon's action as much as I did, because wow, that had absolutely everything, especially the first match, which was Clint Ianson and Gareth Higgins. That went all the way to the final frame. So Clint Ianson got through by the skin of his teeth, and he's been rewarded with a bit of a big task against the big show, Daniel Wiley. He'll be called out for that match in the next half an hour or so. But this is the last 32 draw. As you see, Mark Farnsworth, the #1 seed, already through, beating Carl Clark by 3-0. Tom Barley, no doubt he's won that in absolute quick style fashion, which is the way that he plays, beating his local teammate Matt Steeper by 3-0. Kevin Robinson also got through by the skin of his teeth against Tony Pitts earlier on. 1-1 against Stevie Thompson, bit of a northeast derby up there. Put 3-1 up in that third set. As you see, also down towards the bottom of the draw for the I think it was a 5:30 session. Jake Newlove has ousted Ricky Jones by 3-0. As you see, a lot of them games, they have only started around 5:30, couple of hours in. Some of these 8 o'clock games are going on early now. So I'll keep you right up to date to some of them. Also, what's going off, it's all about the men's and the ladies. There will be some doubles going off later on, I think. But let's just concentrate on what's going off with the ladies. So Deb Birchall, is she on her way to another world title and another world final? She lost in the final last year to Harriet Haynes, but she's on her way through now. 2-0 she won against Shani Taylor. She's into the next round. Some of the other games that's just started. I think there's a 6 o'clock session, some of these start. Beck Sweeney, she's one of the favourites, but losing 1-0 to Emma Reeves, and 2-0 down in that second set. So she's close to be heading out. Liz Disney had a great win against Donna Evans earlier on. She's 1 set to the good against Rachel Tucker. Rachel Tucker got to a final of the Isle of Man Tour event back in November. She's 2-0 ahead in the second set, so all to play for there. Right, let's have a look at these two, how the stats are. I mean, obviously, Dan Davies been with the IPA a little bit longer, 96 wins, 81 losses, 60% win rate in 2022. But look at that win ratio there for Robert Stevens, 67 100%. I know Dan Davey has had an IPA title, but this is only given stats from 2016, so it was before that time. So he does know how to win a title, but does he know how to win against a great player in Robert Stephen? Scotland versus England is up next. This is the lag. We always like to see who breaks off in set number 1. So they'll break off first in set number 1, 3 and 5. And it'll be alternate from then on. So referee, Rick Lloyd, he's going to be controlling this game. Remember, best of 5 sets, best of 7 in each set. I think Robert Stevens just about to sneeze then, not really great timing, Robert. Oh, he is going to sneeze, and there we go. Let's turn that off. That's not unless he's already broken the camera. Dan Davey, the number 8 seed for this tournament. He's been playing pretty consistent in the 2022 tour. Played really well. Getting to a few quarter-finals. Got to a semi-final as well. So he's picked up some nice ranking points, and that is why he's in the top 8. Creeping up towards that top 4. Is this his time? A good run here at the Worlds. And who knows, he could be breaking into the top 5, top 4, top 3, who knows, anything can happen. But first things first, Dan, you've got to try beat Robert Stephen here in this last 32 match. So Dan Davey to get us underway in this opening set. Good power. Break, successful one. Potted a red. Yeah, so just looking back at my records, these two, since 2016, so that's what we're getting our stats from. They played once, and then that came last year in the Masters event at the last 16. And Robert Stephen won that encounter. Just wonder how much that is going to play a part in the outcome of this. Good opening pot there from Dan. Just keeps him at the table. This red that he's pointing at, that's his difficult one. They're obviously looking for a bit of a double. He could cannon it out. I think the cannon out, he's got a nice angle now. Cannon this out. Yeah, does it come out okay? He's always got that one over the top corner, so that was his insurance policy. Keep you up to date with all the latest scores, but you can't really wait for me keeping you up to date and catch them latest scores. Got the links at the on our website at the IPApool.com, or go to qscore.com and have a look at any results or any latest scores. They're all on there. Remember, this is a new platform for us here on Channel 4 YouTube, on Channel 4 Sport YouTube. So make sure if you want to receive any more notifications of when we're on next, etc. in the coming months, make sure you subscribe, put the notifications on, just so you don't miss any of the action. And don't forget, we'll be here every day right up till Sunday. We haven't decided the times for the weekend yet, but the times for tomorrow, looking 1 till 5 and 6 till 10. So make sure you join us. And one thing I can assure you of, well, not assure you of, but one thing I'm going to let you know, after this match, this is going to be our only match for tonight, depending on how quick it takes, etc. There will be a trick shot exhibition on after this by the Americans. No other than Mike Massey and Dr. Q Tom Rossman to make sure you don't switch off, because that is something really incredible to watch. I was watching them doing a few practice routines this morning, and I was just gobsmacked. It was incredible. Definitely not one to miss. Make sure you keep tuned in all the way through. What a start there for Dan Davey. Break and clearance.
On table 5, please. Michael
That's
Thompson,
exactly,
Mary
talking
Welsh.
about
Michael
doctors, that's
Thompson,
exactly
Mary
what the
Welsh,
doctor
table 5,
ordered.
please.
Make him feel better. There's the scoreboard there. It's got that dreaded shot clock on it. Remember, these players, anybody new watching this, these players play to a 30-second shot clock, and they are allowed one 30-second extension per frame. On Stephen, not had a touch of the table. Yeah, he's probably touched it, but he hasn't had a shot on it yet since this match started. The match doesn't start until the first break-off goes. I don't care about the lag. If any are going to be really pickety at it. Anyway, first look at the Robert Stephen break. He does play the cup break, so very different contrast of styles in the breaking section. It's looking like this is going dry, and look at this cluster on this left-hand side. Looks horrible. That's what can happen on that cup break if you don't hit them right. Yeah, I don't think he quite connected to the ball he wanted to in at the correct angle. And that's why they've all trickled over to the left-hand side. Let's give another opportunity here to Dan Davey. And Rob, you don't want to be giving Dan Davey too many opportunities, because you don't get to be a number 8 seed for no reason. Very experienced professional player here at the IPA. What you find with Dan is he's very attacking. I'm not sure if the term ultra attacking should be used with Dan, but he does really go out for his shots. Yes, and when he's actually flowing, he's really, really great to watch. So line this up. I think not really what it to be. I'm assuming he's going to play the yellow off the red. I think it looked okay. I think he's got a chance at this. Don't think he's got to play this off the red, so it is going to clear the pocket. But has it cleared it enough? It's not cleared it for that yellow on the bottom cushion, so that yellow just put into the opposite corner. It's just about how he's going to get on that one. Just come around to have a look to see if this yellow doubles. That clock's ticked down. He's under a bit of shot clock pressure. He's used the extension. Yeah, he is looking at the double. Double. Oh, just misses. It's both jaws. He was in perfect position there. Have a look at this. Is really Robert Stephen's first visit apart from the break, the dry break that he had.
Extension call.
Oh, that was unlucky. Just to cannon that red and just put it out of action. I mean, the only good news about that is he's going to leave him that easy snooker where he can just hide the cue ball. glue it to the top of that red. So it skidded a little bit. Maybe that won't be as tight as our first thought. Might be better off just rolling that through and trying to stun it in. How tight can he get this up against these reds? What he needs to do is try and develop his red as well. I think that's what he's concentrated on, just make sure that he did develop them two reds. Put some pressure on this clearance here from Dan Davey. Has he left him a thin edge of this yellow into the right centre? He has left him a thin edge. Where's the cue ball? In off. It is.
Well, 1 free shot, 1 visit. Time.
Using his free shot wisely there. I say that. I mean, I'm not sure if he just tried to leave that red over the pocket. So we're going to see a containing shot here again from Robert. Again, just had to make sure he didn't tie up one of his reds. Come round the back of him. Surely this time. Surely this little mini clearance is going to settle him down a little bit. Just needs to work on making sure it's the dry break sorted out. He did have a dry break in this frame. Dan started off with a break and clearance. That's what got him the that containing shot. This is what's got him the around the back of them. Look, I only just missed that one on the cushion. That's what got him the 1 free shot, 1 visit. So, have a look at the Dan Davey break. Generates quite a bit of power.
Time running.
Dan Davey having a dry break now. Yeah, I don't think he got through them as much as he did in his first break,
Extension called.
Does this just go? Does it just go past? Yeah, it did. Still not an easy finish. Got a few blockers in the way. That's what we call them. Well, they are yellow balls, but we call them blockers. Definitely. Just needs to be careful of them. Got a nice angle now. Red directly above the port line. Suggests he's going to play on that next. Needs to be a bit careful of how far he takes this. Just wobbles that in. Yeah, I think he had to pinch a little bit of the pocket there, just so he made sure he had an angle, and he needed an angle that went down table. Nicely navigated his way around all the yellows. And this black. That's from Stephen. 2-1 ahead now in this first set. Dry break from Dan. So dry break last time for Robert Stephen. For me, this cut break, he needs to try and generate a little bit more power. But not too much power, because normally when you do the cut break, the cue ball will be off the table.
Robert Stephen to break, leading 2 frames to 1. Time running.
So we've had a break. Seems to have got a bit more power on that one. Made a red. Split a little bit better than his first break. But these two balls on this bottom cushion, they're a problem. Because the red ball's over the top corner, maybe should have let reds, but just playing a containing shot. I think he's obviously got reds in the mind that he wants to be on, but didn't really have a shot at one, and not an easy one anyway. So both these players just trying to play a bit tactical, trying to gain an advantage just so the other player probably leaves them a red. Robert needs to be careful with this one. Yeah, nice little touch. The way he's played this as well, it's going to be hard for... Does that go to the top left? Does it go? That red that he's closest to now. I think it does. But you feel it's an all or nothing. No, it probably didn't go. Looked a bit tight. He left Robert here. He's left that one over the corner pocket. So Robert is going to probably elect the reds here. He's got one in the left centre, one in the top right. This one's a bit more tricky than the one in the over the pocket. One I'd expect him to get, being a former professional snooker player. Clever shot there. Didn't want them both, he just wanted the one. Keeps him in control here. That was the one left of the one that's over the pocket. Have to get on that at some point. This is what he's probably leaving. He don't want to be leaving it till last. That's where he needs to be. Somewhere where he's pointed his cue. So this one down the cushion. Yeah, not a straightforward pot. And he needs to keep very still on. He needs to get the position. And he needs to miss this yellow. And he has missed the yellow. Got the pot. Everything has been done. Right, great shot. That was the key shot. That ball, that fifth red. We just put it down the cushion, played it to absolute perfection. So Dan Davey. Let's not forget that was a breaking clearance there. Robert. Oh, better break. Oh no, it wasn't the break. I have to apologise. So, yeah, they were battling it out, weren't they? So Dan Davey was dry. His previous break.
Number 5, Dan Davey to break, trailing 3 frames to 1. Time running.
Yeah, what was a very steady start by Dan with a breaking clearance. All of a sudden, he's 1 frame away from losing this first set. Robert Stephen has taken 3 frames on the bounce. He's got 2 balls, 3 balls. 2 reds and a yellow. These yellows are there for the taking.
On table 11, please. Liam Roberts, Stephen Ellis. Liam Roberts, Stephen Ellis, table 11.
So what's he got on here? So yellow. Has he got? Is it a big pocket? And left centre. He's played it as a big pocket. Played it well. Is he on his next yellow though?
Craig Brown, Alex O'Donoghue.
I don't
Craig
think
Brown,
so.
Alex O'Donoghue,
Has he already
table
got?
19.
All he got? Has he got? Only got a double? If he misses this, and don't, and leaves Robert a pot. This will be the end of the set. End of the frame and the set. Big shot. Great shot as well. What a great double. Important double as well. That was very important. Clears these up. It'd be worth looking back at that double. He's got to clear these up. Great positional shot there from Dan Davey. He's still in this set, but he is going to have to wait. Get a mistake from Robert Stephen. Robert Stephen to break next. Great double, as you see there, and got the position. Even the shot on the black as well. Maybe swing it around two angles. Clearance from Dan. He's relying on a dry break now from Robert Stephen to give himself.
Referee to take.
Just give himself a chance in this set.
Robert Stephen to break, leading 3 frames to 2. Time running.
Oh, he hit them so heavy. He definitely didn't hit the right ball then. It's a bit like just hit 2 balls at the same time, and oof, you could just see how that was going to end up. Just have a look at this. I think he's just hit this a bit further down than he normally does. Yeah, I think he just caught that first red as well. You know, the red at the top end. Dan Davies come to the table. Straight away calls for his extension. 30 seconds extra. Gonna need some navigating, but this is a chance. Second dry break from Robert Stephen, gifting this chance to Dan Davey. Still on this yellow in the top right. So there's a little bit of work to do. Awkward cueing as well. Yeah, nice touch. Oh, I didn't think that was there when he struck it. Maybe a bit disappointed there. It's a missed pot. Robert Stephen capitalise. Take some clearance.
Extension called.
So Robert's decided to call his 30-second extension as well. He's got a shot. He's missed that. It's way off. Wow. Well, I didn't expect him to be. Well, I didn't expect him to miss it. And, even more, I didn't expect him to miss it by that much. Dan Davies. Another chance. Uses his extension, so he's going to be under shot clock pressure every shot. That's a nice positional shot. Played that well. Didn't have a lot of room for error, but he has played that well. He's got to be a little bit careful. Position on the black. It's not natural. Might have to leave himself a bit more of a longer distance one. He won't be able to get too close to it. Just be under, careful he doesn't undercook this or overdo it, but it's fine. So this black to level it up in set number 1 at 3 frames apiece, and there you see it. Level it is, and it will be Dan Davies to break in the decider of this opening set. After that missed pot there from Dan, he's still got another bite of the cherry. Been really tough to let's see how this first set was going to be won. One thought Robert Stephen, the way Dan started off, you thought it could have been in. Then Robert Stephen pulled back, and next minute he's 3-1 up. And Dan has pegged him back to 3-all. It's in Dan's hands here with his break. Connection. Has he got a ball? Is there anything going close? There isn't. It's dry. For the second time in this set here from Dan Davies. Some collisions happening at the top half of the table then. As he gives this set to Robert Stephen, these yellows, they don't look bad. He can navigate himself out of the balky area. There'll be no problem. Oh, wobbled in. Wobbled in. enough angle here to get off, get past the baulk line. You feel like he needs to play the one just below the baulk line next. Yeah, I think so. I think he's okay. Stun it off the top cushion, fine. It doesn't need to play that one on the baulk line next. I think if he'd finished straight on it, he might have left him a slight angle so he could come back down the table. He might have taken it next, but didn't have to. Landed okay on this one in the middle. Needs to be obviously careful taking these easy balls out first, because these two still towards the cushion. It's under a bit of shot clock pressure again. Not really sure why, because he's not used his extension. So you could have stopped that beeping if you wanted to. Oh, Rob. Wow. I didn't expect that to be dropping. That one wiped its feet. Looks edgy. One good positional shot, and that will be the end of the first set. So providing nothing extraordinary happens here, it's black into the right centre pocket. The first set will go to Robert Stephen. And there you can see it. It does go to Robert Stephen by 4 frames to 3. Bit of a topsy-turvy opening set there, but Robert, you feel better there, just winning that one. It's just how do you take it if you're Dan Davey, just losing that by the odd frame? Having a chance, but it's a dry break and then cleared up. So, last 32. There is the last 32. That's what's happening. Obviously, we've got the 3 winners through so far. Jake Dillon, Newlove, Mark Farnsworth and Tom Barley safely into the last 16. Gav Robinson, Steve Thompson, 2-1 now, 2-0 to Gavin in the 4th set. Curtis Lee 2-0 ahead against JJ4. Remember, JJ4 got to the semi-finals here last year. Game at the bottom, which is Swafield John Pongs. Looks like it's only just started. 2-0 to Jordan Parkinson. Keeping up to date with them. Scott Anderson was winning 2-1. Simon Ward was winning 2-1. Keeping right up to date with them latest scores. Robert Stephen breaks off and starts us off in set number 2, where he leads by 1 set to 0. Dry break though. It's not the way the start that you wanted, just stops a bit of the momentum. Especially after winning that important frame to take the first set. See this very often from a pool player, just using his little mini butt, as they're called, little extension. Well, it can be very helpful for us smaller human beings such as myself, and it can come in very handy. Just saves you getting all the apparatus out like the rest, or a spider, and it can really help. So all legal equipment. You can all use it, so it's not a problem. Line needs to open up that red. Obviously going to be canning the black, but got to be very careful doing that. Be putting it into a safe position. Playing it with pace, trying to bounce it on and off. And bounce it on and off he did. It's gone to the other side. So not ideal. Shot. Yeah, it's a huge shot. I'm not sure he had the natural angle there. I think he had to make something with some reverse side. I mean, this red does still pass into the left centre, so it's not bad, but he's got to land on it nicely. Is it in this on the thin side of the left thin side of the red, but didn't want to catch that yellow, and that's a disaster. So I think what he's going to possibly try here, going to play the red off the black. Obviously the black's going to go tricking towards the cluster of yellows. He's going to try and play the double on the red into the right centre. Big shot. That is another disaster. Potting the black is lost a frame, especially when his red is still on the table. That's really pushing out the boat there. That was a disaster. Dry break there from Robert Stephen, but not got punished there by Dan Davey. And 1-0 to Robert Stephen. Didn't have to do anything to win that frame either. And David will be breaking in this second frame, but he's trailing by 1-0 if you've already just joined us. First set ended 4-3 to Robert Stephen. I'll keep you up to date with some of the latest score. I'm going to have a quick rummage through now. I'll talk you through it, see how this break goes first. I mean, normally when the Dan Davey breaks, there was balls flying all over, so it might not give me a chance to tell you the latest one so far. Good break, good connection. Has he got a ball? Or is he dry? Oh, I just thought it was going to end up dry again. Look how many balls are in the top half of the table. It's absolutely crunched them. That's probably his best break of this match so far. Watch this. Good connection. Beautifully cued, because you can tell it was beautifully cued because of the way that the cue ball comes directly down the centre of the table. I mean, obviously this cluster in this top half of the table is making it a little bit more tricky. Couple of more players are through to the last 16. Curtis Lee beat JJ4, 3-0. Simon Ward has beat Sunny Singh, 3-1. Nice little swerve there from Dan. Still got a problem. Just needs to. I think he's landed straight on this one on his top cushion, so that's not going to be ideal. But is he just thinking about running this through, leave himself a more difficult pot? Like yellow into the bottom left-hand corner. That clock though ticking down. Already used his extension. Nicely stroked. So, in the ideal thing is here, he needs to be straight on this one. Just needs to top this through. Don't want any cannons. That's if he can avoid them. It's on its way. It is on its way, and he has played the cannon to perfection. Lovely shot. Good pot here. Great shot indeed. Yes, very good clearance there from Dan Davey. Breaking clearance. That has levelled it this up in this set by 1 frame apiece. So we'll go back to some results then quickly. That's why our referee Rick Lloyd setting them up. Scott Anderson 2-1 up against Steve Wall. It's 2-2 in the 4th set. Dan Wiley, Clint Jansen. Remember, we watched Clint get through that absolute superb battle with Gareth Higgins earlier today. That match only just recently started, around 30 minutes ago, 20-30 minutes ago. It's currently locked at 2 frames apiece in the first set. Jordan Parkinson had a brilliant win earlier on, 3-0. He's 2-1 ahead against Richard Swaffield. Michael Tomlinson is 1 set to the good already against Craig Marsh. Liam Roberts, he's 2-0 up against Stephen Ellis. Remember them, both them players have had some big scalps so far this week. Mark Boyle, one of the favourites for this title, 1-0 up in sets against Jason Hill already. Dry break again from Robert Stephen, the 2nd one of this set for him. Gives another opportunity for Dan. Just saw Gavin Robinson just walk past and wondered why. And Gavin Robinson has beaten Steve Thompson 3-1, so he's into the last 16. He's won the Battle of the North East. He was under some pressure early this afternoon as well. 2-0 down. I think it was 3-3, 1 frame away from going out of the tournament, and he come back to beat Tony Pitts by 3-2. So, last 16. He's waiting for the winner of this match. So, just while we're talking about Gavin Robinson, he will be playing the winner of this match here, where Robert Stephen leading by 1-0 is currently locked at 1-1 in the 2nd set. Again, Dan Davies got a bit of a tricky one here. was ticking down. He heard every beat nearly. Oh, good shot though. It was tricky cueing. Where his point his cue is obviously trying to just leave it there. And this is the key shot now. This has to come out. He's got an angle here on the yellow ball that's on the just above the black spot. You're going to be cannoning into the red, so the red and the yellow that are together needs to come out. Got to cue this nice. He has cued it okay, but it hasn't come out. Now, what does he do now? The only yellow he can see is the one that he tried to get out. Has he got a double on into the centre? Yeah, I think he's asked for the rest. I think he tries and plays the double into the right centre. Not easy, but I don't think he's got any choice. No, you don't need that, he says. I mean, he wants a spider. Awkward cueing as well. Just keep an eye on the clock. It's ticking down. He's used his extension already. What's he thinking of here? Trying to swing this off 2 cushions. Something's happened here with the clock, so I can work out. Yeah, I think it's an error from the timekeeper, and not sure what's happened. I think he's possibly reset the clock, and he shouldn't have. I'm not sure. Anyway, let's move on. Robert Stephen sportingly said, just let him play the shot. I think that's what he said, and I'm sure he did. I mean, Robert, great sportsman. Yeah, that's been confirmed to me in my ears now. That's exactly what happened. So we move on. Not a great shot there from Dan, tying up his yellow. Yeah, he's left himself a possible double, but Stephen, you've got to say, good chance now. I mean, he can play a containing shot if he wants to. I don't think he needs to. I think that all these reds he's more than capable of getting. He's got a little bit of a kick. I thought he had a little bit of a kick on the previous shot actually, but no, probably didn't get the contact that he wanted. He wanted that to run through a bit more. I mean, he shouldn't be any problem really. This one, red on this right hand cushion just to pull the baulk line. That's his only tricky red in this clearance. On it now. I think he should be taking it now as well. Put the cue ball twice across the table. Just taking his time for this one. Just composing himself. He's still got his extension to use if he needed to. Yeah, good shot. Struck it well. this black to lead 2-1 in the second set. And there you see it, 2-1 it is to Robert Stephen. It'll be Dan Davey to break in this fourth frame, in the second set. So look at some results. Scott Anderson is 1 frame away from beating Steve Wall. That's currently locked at 3-3 in set 4. And Scott's leading 2-1.
To 1, time running.
Yeah, so the ladies event, they're into the last 32 now. All the matches, they'll all be completed tonight, so there's the last 16 ready for tomorrow. Players through to the last 16 already: Emma Reeves, Deb Birchall, Danielle Randall and Savannah Lowe. They're already through. Emma Reeves did beat Beck Sweeney 2-0. Deb Birchall, that I mentioned earlier, beat Shani Taylor 2-0. Danielle Randall beat Becky Chardelow 2-0. Savannah Lowe, she got through against Millie Warren. Results in the ladies: Liz Disney, she's 1 frame away from getting through against Rachel Tucker. Lissa Richardson, 1 frame away from getting through against Antonia Dolden. And also Rihanna Graham, 1 frame away from getting through against Hayley Weston. 3-0 up in set 2. Becky Watkins just started her her match against Maria Lewis. Just got underway. Keep you up to date with all of them latest results, latest scores, and all the results will be coming from me. We'll have a look at them a little bit at the end of the set as well. Back to this action. Robert Stephen seems to be really in control of this match at the moment. Looking like he's going to go 3-1 ahead. Trying to break from Dan Davey. It's just all about timing. Oh, that's not gone to plan. Where's the black ball go? I think he goes bottom left. Obviously he's going to have to go up table to try and get position here. Like it shouldn't be a problem for him. I mean, he could come. He's got to come. Yeah, all right. He's coming back down for the black in the middle. And look at this. What a shot that is. Brilliant shot. Brilliant positional shot there from Robert Stephen. And this for 3-1. There you see it. Very good. Positional shot there. Landed perfect on the black to make it very simple. There's the cue ball. He's lost the cue ball. When you cut break, you don't normally go into the top pocket, especially the opposite top pocket to the way that you're breaking. It's unbelievable how this game goes sometimes. In this set, Robert Stephen has had 2 dry breaks and an in-off, and he's leading by 3 frames to 1. Another day, the set would have been over. Got a bit of a cluster here. Dan's going straight into him, trying to open them up, trying to have a...
On table 14, please, Juju for Andy Esgrove.
That's not
Juju
too
for
bad.
Andy Esgrove, table 14.
So, yellows are the ball that he needs to be taking here. So he's had his free shot, so he needs to pot this yellow to be on yellows. Yeah, good shot, good position. It's all about that black. He needs to make sure he leaves a good angle just to either hold for the black or come down for it, whichever routine he looks at. Right, so lots of stuff going off though. There's some seniors as well. I think there's some doubles matches tonight. It's very hard for me to keep you up to date with all of them. Trying to keep this going, keeps all up to date with all the action. I'll do my best, trust me, I really will. Either way, hope you're all enjoying the action at home. Oh, I thoroughly did this afternoon with tonight as well. Perfect now for Dan on this black. You see it, 3-2. Capitalised on that in-off there from Robert Stephen. Going to be Dan David to break next. Had a dry break in his previous one, but he's also had a break and clearance in this set. I would love to have another break and clearance. Yeah, to be honest, Robert Stephen don't get many in-offs, especially off the break, because he don't really clatter into him, so it's not really, that white ball's never under, it's never loose, it's never under pressure to going off. It does happen. Dan going to level things up here in set number 2. Needs a ball. Where's the cue ball? The cue ball was tracking towards that corner pocket. Very fortunate there to get kicked out of the way. I know it nearly got kicked out of the way and went towards the right centre, but you're going to say he's got away with that. Have a look at this cue ball. That is tracking to that corner pocket. I think if it was in front of them yellows, it would have been bashed in by him into the corner. it wasn't. And now, chance for Dan Davey to level this up in this set number 2. Can't see any problems here on reds. I mean, the red that's, I was going to say protected by the yellow, the one that is pointing at now. So you'd expect him to get that. And if he does want to progress far in this competition, these are the clearances you've got to take. There's a bit of pressure here as well. One set down. What he don't want to be doing is giving Robert Stephen a free chance at winning this second set and taking a 2-0 lead. So this is an important shot. The position with it has got to come with it. Nice pop. On the shot. It's on the red to the top left. Still got a bit too much angle on this one, I think. You might have to play with a trace of right hand side to try and just bring it past the black. All depends on what angle he's got here. I think he has tried with a bit of side and played it well, played it very well indeed. He's just going to come off the one cushion. Just come off this top cushion and direct the white back towards the black. Got a little bit too much into it. So now all of a sudden, this black's a little bit more difficult. It's a thin clip. White ball is going to be travelling. Should be okay to avoid the pockets. Concentrate on the pot. And it's on its way. And it is on its way. On our way to a decider in set number 2 as well. 3 frames each. It's going to be Robert Stephen to break in the deciding frame of this set number 2. You feel like, though, this is a must-win frame for Dan Davey. It's been 2 sets and 2-0 behind. Yeah, we have seen it already happen today. A lot of players been 2-0 behind, come back and won 3-2. Is it going to be a big ask to be 2 sets to 0 behind? Robert Stephen, such a great player that he is. So Robert Stephen in this set has had 2 dry breaks and an in off. What's going to happen in his 4th and final break in this set? Referee Rick Lloyd making Robert Stephen wait. Just making sure that he's all set up nice and tightly. Made a ball this time for the first time in this set off his break. This doesn't seem a bad opportunity now to close out this second set. Better contact there from Robert. Putting a couple of balls, one of each colour set. Collecting these yellows. These yellows have all got pockets. I mean, if you've done Davey sat in that chair, you're just thinking, wow. These are all there for the taking.
On table 6, please, Viv Rusco and Kelly Denton. Viv Rusco, Kelly Denton, table 6, please.
Extension card.
Yeah, good shot there from Robert. Looks like he's not going to make any mistake from here. Just working out what's his best way. He's going to just draw this back then. Play the yellow into the left centre pocket. I think the black goes into the right centre. I think it does. Find out. Lifting his cue up. Just making the pot a little bit more tricky, but should be okay. Oh, it doesn't go into the right centre, so having to take this in to the bottom corner. This is for the set. There will be a little bit of pressure on this one. He's there in the heart of the pocket, and Robert Stephen has taken the second set by 4 frames to 3. Well, both these sets both gone to deciders. What's going through that mind of Dan Davey? Luke Johnson there in his corner. He's just give him a few positive chats like. No. So, here you go. This is what is going off at the moment in the last 32. So you can see all the ones in dark. I think they're the players that are through already. One match not got going yet. Ben Davis against Dan Fairway. That's going to be going on pretty soon. Jordan Parkinson, 1 set to the good against Richard Swaffield. Currently evenly poised at 1-all in the second set. Mark Boyle, looks like he's just taken the second set. So, oh no, he hasn't taken the second set, no. 3-2 up in the second set, 1 set to 0 to the good. Ross Fernie, the number 2 seed. He's 1 set to the good against Charlie Begley. Just joining us, just remember we're on a new platform here at Channel 4 Sport YouTube channel. So if you want to get all your notifications. Just make sure you subscribe to it, and you'll be alerted that we've gone live. We're going to be live right up till Sunday night. We're going to have the conclusion. There's going to be 2 world champions crowned on Saturday night and 4 more crowned on Sunday. So make sure you stick with us. One thing you need to do, stick with us for this match. Robert Stephen taking a 2-0 lead in this one. Dan Davey to break in set number 3. Play the ball. How's this landed? I don't think he's got a shot at a red, so he might be forced into yellows here. Yellows just above that baulk line. That's a tricky one, especially the one on the right of that red. Yeah, don't think he's got any choice here. Clock though ticking down. Electing not to use his extension. Happy to hear the beeps. Put a nice plant there. Very good shot. Got them out lovely. And, nice cannon. Surely he's going to go on now to win this opening frame. Set number 3. The yellow that is close to now, that does go in the top left, so I don't think, if it went to the left centre, I think he'd have took it then. Just overrun this a little bit. Oh, table's caught him out there. Possibly a little bit careless. Seems to be chasing this finish now. That should have been a relatively easy one. He's landed nice on this yellow. That cannon worked out pretty well.
Alan needs top table, please. Alan needs top table.
Clock ticking down. This does go into the left centre. Okay, needs the right angle now. Imperative that he gets it. Looks good. Looks good. Look, that red. When you're 2-0 down, everything, gone a little bit against him. These reds look massive. Is he looking for problems, or is he just making sure he hews this through very nicely? Just get on his final yellow. Yeah, I like the way that he's avoided both of them reds, and he's perfect. Great shot there, great positional shot there from Dan Davey. Not out of this yet. Just a tricky little dink into the top right, fine. Held it lovely. It's Black to take the opening frame of set 3. I think he made hard work of that clearance, but he is under some pressure, 2-0 down, so he's been rattled, especially losing them both 4-3 as well. Sometimes tough to take. the other side of the coin. Yes, it is at 8-6. Well, it's 8-7 now to Robert Stephen, if you wanted to add all the frames up. But it's actually 2-0 in sets to Robert Stephen, only needing one more set.
Robert Stephen to break, trailing 1 frame to 0. Time running.
As I said, Robert will probably never come away from this cut break. Always seems to work for him. Made a ball. Again though, we've got this collection of balls on this left-hand side. It's finished awkward. If you just joined us, this will be our only match tonight. After this, there will be a trick shot exhibition being done by the Americans, Mike Massey. Oh, they're actually Hall of Famers, Mike Massey and Tom Rossman. Tennessee Tarzan and Dr. Q will be doing that exhibition. So make sure you stay with us after this match. I mean, this match is still got the potential of going all the way. I'm not sure Robert Stephen will want it to go all the way because he's in good stead here, 2-0. We want to get this done as early as possible.
Table 15, please, Michelle O'Brien, B. Porter. Michelle O'Brien, B. Porter, table 15.
Dan Davey. An opportunity now just to try and hide this cue ball. I don't think he has though. I think there's a gap. There is a gap. I think he can get through there.
Time off.
Yeah, Robert is in major control of this frame. You just think though, if Dan does get the 1 free shot, 1 visit, he can regain control of this frame. I feel like it is going to have to be a very good snooker. White ball's on its way. Very good shot. Nice touch there from Dan. What he's thinking about this. So latest score: Steve Wall 2, Scott Anderson 2. 2 sets apiece, and it's 2-1 to Scott Anderson in that decided set.
Total snooker.
Daniel Wiley is 2-0 ahead of Clint Ianson.
Foul. 1 free shot.
Clint Ianson is under pressure again. He was under pressure with Gareth Higgins, and all of a sudden he's under pressure again by Daniel Wiley. Is he going to produce a comeback once again? That's the only way he can do it now to stay in this World Championship, is having a comeback against Daniel Wiley. So back to this table. Dan Davey got the 1 free shot, 1 visit. He's going to want to try and get control of this corner pocket, and that's the disaster. Disaster. Really, I mean, he was under shot clock pressure. Whipping down. Oh, should have got that. Should have got that. It's okay. I mean, you feel though, if Robert does hit these reds, there's a possibility of that red dropping. He's still got a little bit to go to drop in the pocket, but it's heading that way.
Extension called.
Wow. I think he's
3 shots, 1 visit.
he's tried like 3 cushions there. I mean, long way off. Yeah, this always difficult with the new cushions and cloth. No mistake this time, making sure he clears the pocket.
On table 3, please. Audrey Darcy Fryer, Amy Beecham. Audrey Darcy Fryer, Amy Beecham, table 3, please.
So there's black to go 2-0 ahead. He's done exactly that. It's going to be Dan to break next as well. Breaking clearance in the first frame. Yeah, maybe Robert Stephen went for a bit of a finish there in that frame where that was very, very tricky. Needed quite a bit of a development.
Time running.
That's incredible how that's ended dry. Unbelievable. Just when you thought Dan Davey could get a bit of momentum going, the dry break has stopped him in his tracks. Couple went close. Wow.
Referee table 6, please. Referee table 6.
I suppose it's all about the black. I mean, I think it looks like it goes quite easily into the bottom right corner. It's not hidden too much by them yellows either. It's just all about making sure get it in the right area. Have a nice angle here.
On table 12, please. Megan Proctor, Nikki Bounds. Megan Proctor, Nikki Bounds, table 12. And on table 13, Lauren Williams and Holly Heath.
Elected for it into the opposite corner.
Table 13, please.
Played it nice. Lovely weight. And reverse clearance from Robert Stephen. Just off that dry break from Dan Davey. 2-1 it is. So Robert Stephen is, he's only a few frames away now from getting himself into the last 16. But the winner of this will be playing Gavin Robinson. Some ties have already picked themselves, and earlier wins from Mark Farnsworth against Tom Barley. Curtis Lee, he's going to be playing Jake Dillon Newlove. Simon Ward, he's waiting for the winner of the Steve Wall Scott Anderson match, and Scott Anderson is only one frame away now from playing Simon Ward in the last 16. Remember that match was locked at 2 sets apiece, 3-1 in frames in set number, well, the deciding set there, set number 5. Robert Stephen to break here. Frame number 4. Got one of each colour set. What has he got next? A little cluster of balls here. Left of the cue ball. They look like they're going to cause a bit of a problem. Sometimes when you go into a cluster of balls, especially when they're shaped like that, and they're just they're not touching, they can stop each other and just, not really go anywhere when you do go into them. Daniel Wiley, as I said, 2-0 in sets up against Clint Jansen. He's 1-0 ahead in set number 3. Mark Boyle 2-0 up in sets against Jason Hill, and he's 3-0 ahead in that set number 3, so 1 frame away from getting himself in the last 16. He's going to be playing the winner of the Liam Roberts and Stephen Ellis match, and Stephen Ellis is leading Liam by 1-0, and he's 3-2 up in set number 2. Michael Tomlinson and Craig Marsh, they're locked at 1 set apiece, but Michael Tomlinson 3-1 ahead in set number 3, so looking like he's going to go 2-1 ahead. Just as I said that, Robert Stephen, he's pegged Dan Davey back after leading 2 frames to 0. This is going to be 2 frames apiece, and it is 2 frames apiece. Dan Davey to break in this 5th frame. Absolutely crucial now. For me, it's crucial that he wins this frame. And he'll, even though Robert's going to break in the next, he will have a chance and decide it if he does win this one. Feel like though, if Dan does get a set on the board, then that relax him a little bit more and might help him. But he's still 2 frames away in the set from doing that. Good connection again. Surely not dry. Surely not. But the cue ball's in. It wasn't a dry break. The cue ball dropping in. I think that looked like it was a little bit unlucky. Another cue ball. I think it came back to. Oh, it came back in the centre. I mean, how unlucky is this in off? Oh. And things are going against you. They really, really do. Maybe we're probably seeing the last few shots of these this match now. Robert's still got to win 2 frames, but when things like that happen, they're hard to take. And off there, in frame number 5. Surely Robert now goes 1 frame away from getting himself in the last 16. A tie against Gavin Robinson. So he's used his free shuttle. So that means he can, it is still a free table. So that's where he can play red onto yellow. Remember, the rule set we're using is a blackboard set of rules. These rules are used throughout the UK, throughout the world. Very popular rule set. Nice shot there from Robert. He seems to have got an extra spring in his step now. Looks very, very comfortable on the table. One good positional shot here. You're probably looking like this. Means that he will be going down to 1 frame away from getting himself in the last 16. So this black to go 1 frame away. There you see it. Yeah, very unfortunate in off there for Dan Davey. All you can do there is sit and wait. And there is Dr. Q to the left of Dan. Tom Rossman, one of the 2 Americans here that's playing in these tournaments here in Coventry. Entered the seniors and the masters. So Robert Stephen to break now. Can he see out the match? Or are we going to see a twist? There's no twist happening yet. He's got a ball off the break. It's a yellow. And I think all these yellows have got pocket. I'm just one just left of the black spot. Not sure if that goes into the bottom left-hand corner. If not, goes in the opposite corner. Maybe we are seeing these. We've seen Dan Davies' last shot, which was an in off the break. A very unfortunate one, may I add. And now we're looking at Robert Stephen. Looking like he's going to take this match for 3-0. Just got to hold himself together, hold his nerve. So, does it go? I don't think he's the yellow. Yeah, the yellow that's just on the cross line. That's where the triangle goes. Does that go into the left centre? So this red, I think he's playing it into the bottom left-hand corner. Does I think it just goes? Oh, yeah, clearly goes. Yeah, so he's just making ultra sure now. He's tried to nudge into it, and he's nudged into it perfectly. Great shot.
On table 10, the seniors event, please. Jason Remington, Wayne Fryer. Jason Remington, Wayne Fryer, table 10, please.
Yeah, no problem. This black to send Robert Stephen into the last 16 to play Gavin Robinson. And there you see it. He has potted the black. Robert Stephen with a pretty solid performance, and I'm going to nip into the studio now. I'm going to have a few words with Robert and just see what he thought of that match. Well, here I am with the latest winner, Robert Stephen. Robert, how did that feel there? I know you were signing all the autographs and that. It looked like, obviously, it took you time to get here to the studio and that, but, you know, how did that feel? I mean, you had some really tricky opening sets there. Could have gone either way, and, you know...
It was a really tight match. Don't think either of our breaks were working particularly well, especially early on. Obviously, first two sets, both of went to a decider, and I've managed to dish both of them, so obviously, you know, it's massive, and it's this format, it's small margins like that make the difference.
And as a player, you know, winning them first two 6x4, then first two sets by 4 frames to 3, how did you, you know, feel? You know, obviously it's gone against Dan. You know, as a player, when you've won them both 4-3, you know, how do you feel?
Obviously, I'm buzzing, but you don't want to take your foot off the gas, because if it goes 2-1, then the pressure sways back onto me. So I knew, try and be as ruthless as I could in that set and just try and get the game put to bed as early as possible. Yeah, and obviously that third set, you could see Dan possibly making a little mini comeback. Went two frames to the good, and did you thought, oh, hang on a minute, you know, there is a chance of a comeback here? What was going through your mind at that stage? I just thought take it frame by frame. I started getting a couple of balls off my break. The table wasn't particularly nice, and I'll be honest, I had a couple of big rubs there. in the last set. But I took away a couple of nice finishes along with the good rubs, which you've got to capitalise on. So it's good to get over the line as early as possible.
Yeah, and obviously playing in these World Championships, this is your first game on this TV table. Yeah. Was you a little bit nervous just coming into it?
No, actually, I was looking forward to it. I played pretty well earlier on today against young Kieran. And you just want to win that first game, get it under your belt, and I genuinely looked really forward to the game, and I felt good.
And I've looked already, I don't know how far you've looked into the draw. Obviously you don't know results, etc., because you've been playing, so now you're into the last 16 and you're going to be playing Gavin Robinson. You've had a couple of battles already, I know, and you're looking forward to that one. It's obviously going to be tomorrow. We're not going to make you play another match. You've played 2 matches already.
I know. I've got a doubles match coming up tonight, but we'll play that and get an early night after that. But no, it's always been a good game between me and Gavin. I know he done an excellent comeback earlier on in the first round. I think he was 2 sets down. He managed to come back and win 3-2. So he'll be buzzing. He'll be full of confidence. But so am I, so it's going to be a good game. It'll be a good battle.
And this is your first IPA World Championships as a professional player. Yeah. How does it feel like playing, this set format and that? How do you like rate it?
It's interesting because the short races, so it's totally different, obviously, from any other tournament. But the short races, you need to get off to a good start. Or these guys will just mop up and rack off 3 or 4 frames, no problem. So, but I'm enjoying it.
Well, I'm going to let you, either play another match. I'm going to let you rest for a little while anyway, and go and do whatever you're going to need to do for tonight. But well played. Thanks, and good luck for your next round tomorrow. Well, there's Robert Stephen. He's into the next round, and I think what we're going to do now, we're going to go to and watch a little bit of Cueless, and then after Cueless, we're going to be talking to our very own chairman, Kevin Barton.
Must be desperate for numbers to get us here.
I can't even believe we're on the list. Oh, this doesn't look good, does it?
Oh dear. Mr. Secretary, if you were forced to go on one reality TV show, which one would you choose?
Oh, Love Island all day long. I think.
Love Island?
I don't know why.
You're not tall enough for Love Island.
Well, I didn't know there was a height restriction.
Yeah, you're not checked the T&Cs.
Oh dear. Oh no. If you had to be trapped on a desert island with one pro, who would it be?
Can I pass on any of these questions?
No. 5, 4, 3.
Farnsworth.
No, thank you. That was tough, wasn't it?
Definitely won't be a dull moment. What's the weirdest thing that you bring to the tour with you? Don't say me.
It was close. I was just about to say that as well. The weirdest thing? I'll tell you what I do bring. I don't like to normally say this on camera. So I collect a tub and I have all my extra tea bags and milks and sugars and that. Is that quite weird?
Not a surprise for you, to be honest. Tea bags?
Well, I like tea. I don't like coffee. I don't bring no coffee about. So there's no way it'll be like a tea for 2 or coffee for 2.
You've changed.
Oh, that's my turn anyway. I'm pleased about this one anyway. What's the worst fancy... Well, it looks like you've come like that anyway. Worst fancy dress costume you've ever worn? It's not fancy dress now, is it?
Fancy dress... I've only ever done fancy dress once.
Well, answer the question then.
I went as Fred Flintstone.
That shows your age, doesn't it?
Yeah. Oh, this is an easy one for you to answer.
Is it?
Yeah. Who is the better presenter?
Kev's been doing it longer, hasn't he? It's just...
Correct answer.
All right. Right.
Just extended your contract then.
Well, this is brilliant. This is absolutely superb question. Thank you, God. When was the last time you won a match?
It was when I beat you in the World Series qualifiers one time.
That's years ago, Kev. That's about 10 years ago.
I won't be far off then, will I?
No.
When did I last win a match?
Have you won one this year?
Yes. One match.
Are you telling the truth?
I wouldn't like to go on a lie detector.
Okay. Right, so maybe won one this year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Still higher than you in the rankings though. Would you rather fight 100 duck-sized horses or one horse-sized duck? That's not easy to say this time.
Yeah, horse-sized duck all day long.
Horse-size duck?
Yeah, yeah. I don't pick on somebody my own size.
So obviously.
Yeah. Can you do an impression of me?
I've never tried. I do a few impressions, but
Do you?
I've never
Not
tried
Fred
you.
Flintstone, though, please.
I'd have to get on my knees to start with.
Well, is that what you're going to do, then, is it?
I'd have to get about 4 hairs in.
For it.
Some props. This is definitely the right person for this question.
Can't wait for these questions to run
Yeah,
out.
and we've already probably talked about the answer. What was your most painful defeat?
Oh my God. To be honest, yeah, we'll mention this World Series in, was it Middlesbrough?
Yeah.
It was Middlesbrough, and yeah, that's how much I do remember it, to be honest. It weren't that
Still
long.
hurts.
It
Still
does
hurts,
hurt,
doesn't
it does hurt, yeah, because you're not really the most, the best distant player, are you? It proves that with your win ratio, doesn't it?
Well,
But yeah,
tell everyone about the defeat
that's
though,
up
because
there.
I'd like to hear about it, how painful it was.
That's up there. I mean, I did have another one on another competition, like when I lost to my best mate. But I give him a lift there, and we lost we played the final, but I lost to him. So then I had to drive him home, listening to him when he's been on the beer all day.
Not Gav Robinson, was it?
No, it wasn't. No. It was a local tournament. So that was a painful one as well.
But not as painful as
Not
when
as
I
painful
beat
as
you.
the World Series one against yourself.
Just want to clarify that.
I'm surprised I'm still on the tour, to be honest. That's probably the reason I'm only still on
That's
the
why
tour.
you're in.
Yeah.
I keep wanting to draw you.
Oh, God. Well, we'll keep on the subject of me and you playing. Who's the better player, me or you?
At the moment, me. But in the past, me.
I think we're going to have to get a match on. We're going to have to get it on camera. Going to get it streamed.
Committee
and all
battle.
that. Yeah.
Committee battle.
Yeah, do you think you achieved more than me as a player? You've obviously
Well,
played a lot longer.
You know, it depends what you play the game for, doesn't it? I mean, I've won some really good tournaments, but for me, it's always about just being competitive. That's what I miss most.
Yeah.
Not being competitive. Love the battle, playing these big boys.
Looking
But,
forward
miss
to
that.
our game very soon. I
Yeah,
need some revenge.
the
don't
rematch.
I do
Looking
need
forward
some
to the
revenge.
rematch. Yeah. For that painful defeat.
Okay, I'll be in touch.
All right, okay then. Who would win a fight between us?
Oh, come on. I mean, the horse and the duck does come to mind, but I think you'd actually win. You're quite a big lad, aren't you?
I think it'd be close because you're a bit,
A bit feisty,
Yeah,
I
bit,
get that,
but
yeah. Is that everything?
it's like Tyson against Ali,
I
isn't
wouldn't
it?
stand down, I wouldn't go away.
No,
So
yeah,
I
well, I
don't
know,
know.
we know that.
Well, I think first things first, Kev, we've got to apologise to the audience there. I didn't expect that to come on and someone's going to get sacked in the morning, but anyway, that's a different conversation. But what good fun that was, and all these Cueless things that we've released on social media, they've been good fun, haven't they?
Yeah, absolutely. We had great fun with the guys doing them, and I think what everybody wants to know is, Mark, have you brought your tea bags?
Oh God, I've never lived this one down with you now. You reminded me every tour so far, and no doubt you're going to remind me again. Yes, of course I've brought my tea bags. That's what I do. That's what I do when I come to hotels. You make me stay here for days on days and days. Then that's what I have to do to make sure I've got some extra ones.
And I've just come from outside, and I've just seen a horse-sized duck that wants
Well,
a word with you.
like I said, you don't pick on anybody your own size. Okay. Simple as anyway. I'd love to go through it again, and I'll probably answer some of the questions very differently, I think. But yeah, it was very good fun, and there's plenty more for that to come from. Right, I think what we should do is just talk about the last 32 now. So Mark Farnsworth safely through at the top half of the table there. He's got a tasty clash there against Tom Barley in the last 16. The winner, which we just seen, I just spoke to Robert Stephen. He's going to be taking on Gavin Robinson. Scott Anderson, he's got through there against Steve Roy. He was pushed all the way. He's got a nice mammoth task there against Simon Ward. Curtis Lee is playing Jake Dillon Newlove. They won pretty early on. Mark Boyle there safely through. Mr. Magic. Ross Fernie, he's looking like he's possibly going to go through as well, the number 2 seed. But let's talk about some of the seeds that have been ousted as well. Anything stand out there in that last 32?
Well, I'm just looking at there, Clint Jansen, who obviously we saw earlier, get through a final frame thriller. He's 2 sets to 0 down, and he's 3-all against Dan Wiley. I mean, Dan Wiley showing some form there.
Yeah, and he went 2-0 ahead very quickly as well. And, you know, I was giving all the audience an update there, but 1 frame away from being ousted of the competition now. I mean, what he went through this afternoon on this table early on against Gareth Higgins, you thought he might have learned from that, but hey, credit to Daniel Wiley, obviously deserves to be 2-0 up. You know, you don't get them sets easily, do you?
No, and Craig Marsh in a little bit of trouble. 2 sets to 1 down against Michael Tomlinson. 3-2 up in the next set, but yeah, he's living dangerously, definitely. And obviously Liam Roberts, Stephen Ellis, those two amateurs who are progressing nicely. Shame that they've had to meet each other.
Yeah, I mean, we've lost 3 of the top 8 seeds. The number 4 seed Gareth Hibbert, number 5 seed Corey Reese, the number 7 seed Dean Shields. Just proves there's some strength in depth here, don't you?
We knew there'd be casualties. We knew there'd be casualties in the 64. There always is. And yeah, this year is no different, but it's shaping up really nicely. I mean, obviously Farnsworth is looking strong at the top. I mean, Robert Stephen was impressive, and Curtis Lee having a good run as well. Shout out for Curtis Lee. But you know, the bottom half.
And Curtis Lee, let's just go back to that one. He's playing JJ4. He got to the semi-finals last year, so that's no easy pushover. And to beat JJ4 3-0, you've got to play some scintillating stuff, haven't you?
Yeah, and that's a good performance from Curtis. It's time he had a good run.
And just one more thing on that last 32 results that are happening. Obviously, Stephen Ellis against Liam Roberts. 2 amateur players played each other in the last 32. Both deserved their place in the last 32. Had some great wins, evenly poised, 1 set apiece and 1 frame apiece in set 3.
Yeah, like I said, it's a shame that they've had to meet each other at the last 32 because you know, both have shown great form, great class, and you know, Liam, you know, on the stream earlier beat Dean Shields. I mean, you know, we're talking of Dean Shields, a potential winner of this event, and Liam Roberts has taken him out 3 sets to 1. I mean, just shows the calibre.
Well, we've got one more Cueless coming up. It's going to be Mark Farnsworth against Gavin Robinson. Let's have a look at this, and then we're going to talk about what's coming up next on this TV table.
Right, Gav, first question. Pineapple on pizza, yes or no?
I actually like it, but it's not right, is it?
Your question.
What was your nickname at school?
I've always had Ginge at some point. Ginger, Fat Ginge. Basically, I think that's more or less it. Ginger's always been there or thereabouts. What was your greatest victory over me?
Well, the other day when you put your cue in the box.
That was torture. You played well, to be fair, and I was having one of them days where nothing was going right, and I just couldn't take any more. You're strutting down the table with your peacock out, and I had to leave.
What was your most painful defeat?
Apart from the other day,
I know the answer, son.
Possibly the Ronan match, because it meant so much to us back in the day. I was getting beat up, but the way he played was absolutely fantastic. I took about 100 people over to Ireland, and he was absolutely superb. And I didn't get close on that day, so that one sticks out. But then the match against Mark a couple of years ago, I was probably 29, 28 up, and I've never really had another shot. Lost the last 3 frames. So there's been a few that's been difficult to take. Who's the better player, me or you?
Well, I'm going to give you that one, son, just slightly.
No, well, I think, all due respect, I think you have improved as much as probably most of the players on the tour. I think you were a bit of a headless chicken back in the day, and I think you have improved considerably. I think your single ball potting is very, very good. I think you've still got a lot to work on, but you're definitely a better player than when you first came on the tour. So that's the only bit of credit.
Still struggling in the short races, son.
That's the only bit of credit you're getting off us to do.
And we've come along to table side really, and we've got a bit of a treat in store here. You met these guys back in Morocco, and you want to just tell a bit about what's going to go on now in this table?
Yeah, so I met Mike and Dr. Q, Tom Rossman, both Hall of Famers, been playing pool for goodness knows how many years, and they've just recently been introduced to black ball. and they put on a trick shot show over there, and it was pretty impressive stuff, believe me. And they're just limbering up behind us, as you can see. I think we're safe, Mark.
Just about.
Yeah, so in about 5 minutes, just when they've done the little warm-ups, got used to the table, they're going to be putting on the gospel trick shot show, and the two of them and Wayne Parker, who they're just waiting to come down. I think he's got a few props and a few prizes and things like that.
Yeah, I mean, I watched these guys practicing this morning because they seem to be practicing all day long, and some of the things they was doing was incredible. I mean, there was one or two shots that, even if I tried them, I don't even think they'd be possible now. Well, they're impressive. It's definitely not one not to miss.
Yeah. What the impressive thing is, obviously everyone know Mike Massey from the big American tables, from 9-ball. What he's been able to do is to transfer some of those skills and trick shots onto the smaller table, which, you know, obviously the big tables have got the big pockets, and you can get 5-6 balls in a pocket. Not quite the same on these tables. And the challenge for these guys is to be able to replicate those shots. And believe me, I've seen it. They can do it.
Yeah, and just looking around, obviously some of the audience are all creeping around. They all cannot wait to watch this one. I mean, I can't even wait to watch it.
Can we get a few words with you?
You're going to tell us a little bit about what's going on for you? And
well, we got a table a couple of months ago. There's a gentleman here, and we came up with some shots. You know, we've always played American pool. You know. But we came up actually with some pretty neat shots on these tables. I love this game. I love and it's good to be here. I've been doing this for 62 years now, and I'm still enjoying it. And this is a challenge because this is totally different than what we're used to playing on, you know. And the balls are different, the table's different, and everything, you know. But we played in a tournament in Morocco a couple of months ago. And I really like the game. I like the rules, you know, the 8-ball and the black ball and everything. And but it's an honor that y'all invited us here for this event. You know, I've been to Europe 50 times. You know, like snooker, and won all the snooker players and everything. I won 3 world championships in snooker and trick shots, not in regular pool. And I won 17 world titles on the American pool. Now we're going to actually come up with a competition for artistic pool on the table. You know, we're designing shots right now to come up with a artistic format for competition. You know, and I think the players will like that's down the road. You know.
How did you first hear about black ball over in America?
Well, through Steve. You know, Steve's all his travels and stuff, and you know Steve, and Steve went to I think Morocco quite a few years ago, you know, and then we got invited to Morocco, and that was the first time. I actually played the game with in 1980, but it was back when I was gambling. And I was in Saudi Arabia, and I stopped off in England, and I was looking for some action. And I thought they had American tables. They didn't have American tables, and they had one of these. And I actually beat someone. I'm not going to mention who it was, playing 9-ball on one of these. And but it's you know, in America, this game you can't find one of these tables except in our church. You know, we travel now doing the gospel trick shot ministry, and that's what we're going to be doing here. You know. And so we're going to be doing some.
So how do you think the Americans are going to take to this game? Because I know there's, you know, Steve's talking about, you know, getting a lot of tables to go over.
It'll take a while. You know, I have a suggestion for him is because you know there's got to be a lot of Irish pubs and English pubs in America that are familiar with the game, and I think that's the first. You know, if we get Container, is to contact them. You know, but as far as promoting the game. You know, any of the top American players, I mean, pool players, could become very good players at this, you know. But for them to convert over is going to take a while, you know. So Steve's trying to put together a plan, you know, to promote the game in America, you know. And the 7-foot tables in America are very huge. I mean, like they have a tournament. In Vegas, they have 400 and something tables set up for the APA, but it's the American pockets and big balls. It's totally different, you know. So for them, this is more difficult, you know, potting the balls and everything. You know, so it'll take a while to promote it.
And how have you been able to adapt the trick shots that you're so famous for on the bigger table and the bigger pockets to the smaller table?
Knowing the physics of the tangent line, a lot of shots I'm going to do are just set up, and it's understanding tangent lines and combinations and stuff. I did one shot there. I'll be doing one. I hope it goes on. There's 7 yellows in one shot, you know. And I do a lot of 4-ball shots, but I do some I'm not going to do any massages. You know?
Thank goodness for that.
Might do a jump shot, but we'll use a pad. You know, we'll use a pad for that. The boot shot, that's my most famous shot. Have you seen that?
Mm-hmm.
I shoot 12 feet through the iron cowboy boot. I didn't bring my cowboy boot out here.
Use your hat.
Yeah, that's right. And use my hat. Yeah.
Just one thing I want to ask you, Mike, because obviously when we watch the different equipment that you guys use in America with the bigger balls, the bigger table, etc., and also the bigger tip, and I've noticed that you've got quite a thin shaft there with a thin tip on top. What sort of tip is that?
See, on a pool, I use like a 12.25 millimeter, or maybe 12.5, you know, in millimeter, because the balls are bigger, 2.25 inches. These are only 2 inches, the cue ball. You know, you have to use a small. Now this one, I was using an 8.5, and I went to this one here because the 8.5, the taper was too long, and it was a little flimsy, you know. So this here's probably a 9.5 or so, or something like that, and it's a little stiffer, and I don't have any trouble like. The speed control, that's our main problem is really controlling the cue ball, because your tangent lines, like you follow a ball, I say you got a ball here, and cue ball here. On our table, we can make this ball follow straight down to the end rail. Here, if you hit it firm, it's going to go this way. Or, you know, it glances off. You know, the follow shots are very difficult. You know. Even for y'all, I know, you know, the follow shot.
Every shot's difficult for me.
What's that?
Every shot's difficult for me, Mike.
Yeah, but the draw shots, like I do one draw shot. I think. Did you see the karate chop draw?
Yeah.
I think you'll like that. But the draw, I mean, you can draw this ball all over the place, you know, easy. And so that's the most difficult part about the game for us is really controlling the cue ball. And on cut shots, see, in our mind still, you know, the balls are the same size there, so sometimes we might overcut or undercut, you know. Because I've been playing, like I said, 62 years. So for me to switch over in my mind, you know, the different size ball, you know, cut is totally different aiming. You got totally different aiming system, totally different, you know.
You mentioned about, you know, how you've travelled the world playing, looking for action. Can you remember your very first bit of action?
That first one?
Bit of action on the table, your first time you gambled and played for
Well,
money?
I was a hardcore, you know the movie The Hustler?
Yes.
Do you have the collector's edition? If you get the collector's edition, the movie The Hustler, the movie's black and white, I'm in color. You can watch it and I explain how to think. I go back on time, you know, like I was a hardcore hustler. I've been locked in rooms, people come with guns. Now, have you seen the movies? I mean, it's real life, you know. And I had a very strong spiritual experience and got out of that world, you know, and everything. But I was a big time, you know, gambler, but it was a very dangerous world. I mean, it's a very dark world, you know. And I was in that from the time I was 15 years old. I was hitchhiking to other towns and gambling, you know. And then after I got out of the military, I just traveled all over the United States playing for money. You know. And I'm not judging for others, but I haven't gambled at the pool for probably been 30 years, you know playing one-on-one for money, you know.
What was the biggest pot that you ever played for?
Well, you know, back then, we're going back a long time ago. One of my biggest scores playing wasn't, I mean, I know $1 million scores, people, you know, playing, I mean, really, you know, it's a big score. I wasn't in on some of those, but I remember one time, and I was lucky to get out alive. I won 6,702 motorcycles one time. But it's back in the sticks, you know. And I was fortunate. We had to go out around the car out into a field to get away from the place, you know, and stuff, you know. And so, I mean, I've been locked in rooms. One time I was locked in a room. One guy had a German Luger, and I had a Smith & Wesson, and another guy had a knife coming at me, you know. Many times I had guns put on me. I was in jail 6 times. I had the law to take my money. I could go on and on. But that's, when I say I should be saying he, because he's dead. You know, that's the old man, you know. And but I'm fortunate to be alive. I've been run over by a car 3 times, almost drowned twice. I was an alcoholic, drugs, you know, you've seen that. That's the life I lived, you know. And it's, you know, God's love and mercy let me go through that to come out and tell my story, you know. Yeah.
Some great stories
Well,
there, Mike.
I can't wait to watch this. I'm very, very impressed with all of that story, and you know how you've obviously made this from a 9-ball game into this 8-ball table. Who actually taught who here? Did Tom teach you, or did you teach Tom?
Snooker table. Now I'm gonna tell you, you like snooker, right?
Yeah.
You got to check out the video. It's me and Steve Davis, the amazing duo. Did you watch that?
I've seen it. Yeah.
We did some pretty neat stuff there. Yeah. You know, cause it's, you know, once you understand the balls and you got the stroke. I was always known for my stroke. I could do, on the pool table, I can do a lot of stuff with the cue ball. A lot of them can't do, you know. And that's what I was. But here we won't be doing any of that because that little cue ball, you try to stroke it, it jumps so much, you know. And like I said, won't be doing any massages, you know, because
our table technician.
Start gritting their teeth. We're doing the massages.
Our table technician who sat over there will be very happy that you're not doing any.
And, we won't be doing any of those. And hardly any jump shots. If we use jump shot, we use a little pad, which you know you put down on the table. And some of the shots we tell stories with, you know, and everything, you know. And it's just trick shots is all about entertaining, you know, having fun. That's why Tom's the same way as me. He's been all over the world, done it for many years, you know. He's a couple years younger than me, but I actually I did a show in his pool room before he got into the trick shots. And what year was that, Tom?
1979.
Yeah, and then later on he won the McDermott Masters, and that's when you really got into doing the trick shots and everything. Yeah, so we go back a long time, you know. Yeah.
Right, Mike. Well, I think that's enough from us. We'll let you finish your preparations and let's get the show underway.
Okay. Yeah. And Tom, is Wayne here yet?
I don't see him yet. I don't know if we need it for any type of.
What's that?
I got cloth for the jumps or for whatever you want to do.
Okay. Yeah.
I got strips. A strip, and I also.
Yeah, I'll use my hat or something to jump in.
Pads too, okay?
Okay, yeah, I'm using my hat. You got your jump cue out?
We can kill a lot of time. You know,
we'll use the mic,
we can kill a lot of time between now and when Wayne gets here. I mean, I can have it with an audience for
yeah,
you know,
okay, yeah. Can I, do you have another one of these chairs like this?
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. That way I don't have to get up. And I have a hard time. If I sat in one of those chairs, I got to get 3 people to get me out of it. No, I'm joking. Y'all ready to have some fun? Yeah. Okay. Now, did you give everybody a?
Is this supposed to be on green? Or just turn on red? Red's okay. Okay. Testing 1 2. Test.
Does Wayne? Did you give him one of the things, the tickets to draw?
I haven't seen. No, that'll be at the end. No, he should be here by then.
Okay. In a little while, Wayne will be in, and we're going to give you all. It's like a little pamphlet, and it has a number on it, and somebody's going to win a really nice McDermott cue stick. One of y'all, okay? At the end of the show, but you got to be here. You know, you can't. If you leave, your number. We call your number. You're out of luck.
You have to have it for the setting. Okay. Okay, I got you. Yeah, I'll commentate for you, Mike, and when I'm up there, I'll just take it back and forth.
Yeah, I can hold it.
Because I'm going to be talking. You want to talk? Yeah. Because I'm going to be talking at the beginning.
Yeah.
You know, different things.
Yeah.
I do a lot of speech.
Yeah.
So. You want to? How about I can probably do it for most of the time, and I'll put it down, and then I'll.
Yeah. Just put it down and
okay,
speak.
Right.
Yeah.
Testing 1 2. Test. Testing. Is this? Am I supposed to hear this? Oh, hi, everybody. I'm talking to them back here. Okay. All right. So if I talk louder, so they can hear me too, is that all right? Okay. All right. Listen, I'm going to be talking to them and you. But I'm here for you, okay? And Mike and I and Wayne Park will be in later. What a joy to be here tonight. Man, what a treat for us. We're not really into black ball a lot, but we do play it some. And we're learning, okay? But what we specialize in is, of course, the American pool style. We've done shows together for probably 100 years between the two of us. And we travel, we do any kind of sport there is with round balls. Let me, I first of all want to say something. My primary work when I start is to present joy in the game. Most players that play in tournaments, Most players that play the game, especially in the black ball, it's really difficult. You all know that. You see these guys running out. Try it sometime. It's not that easy. And so what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to give you a little bit of information about how to have joy even when you miss, even when you lose, because you got to have some way to recover from the pain sometimes, all right? Now, I haven't missed to begin with for over 30 years. So every time you see me miss a ball tonight or miss a shot in a tournament, I don't really miss it. I just create a new shot. It just stops somewhere else. What you see as a miss, as a player, I see just a new shot in the bigger picture of creation, all right? So it's impossible for me to miss. Also, I haven't lost in 30 years because every time you beat me on paper, I win in my heart. And heart trumps paper. So once you learn about the victory in your heart to win, then it's impossible for you to lose. You'll never lose again, only on paper. Paper burns up eventually. It's great to have a title and stuff. Okay, now I'm going to get started. I just wanted to share that with you. I want to share with you the joy in my heart so that you'll have a little more joy in your heart. Some of you are already bubbly already, I can tell it, okay? But I'm just going to share a little bit more. So here we go. We're going to start out with a couple of things, some basic foundational principles of what we use. Sometimes, I know when you play the black ball, you use this 2-inch red ball and this 2-inch yellow ball, and then you have this 1 7/8, right? I think it scores 1 7/8. And tangent line effects to us are a little bit different with that. So sometimes we use smaller balls like this. We use little balls, all right? There's different things. And then sometimes we use other balls where we have big game. We play 9-ball, we use big games of 9-ball, okay? So when you're playing a big game of 9-ball, if you use that, you can't miss it. If you miss that, you probably should play something else. So this is a really good way to play the game with the smallest. Now we're going to show you a few things that are really kind of interesting about cue sticks. We'll start out with the joy of cue sticks. Now this cue I've got here is it's called a pencil stick. It's a number 2 lead pencil stick. Some of you may have grown up in school used those. I don't know if they use them anymore. But it's got a real eraser. We need to make sure you check that out. Is that a real eraser? I told you I was going to call on you. That's a real eraser. Yeah, that's a real eraser. So number 2 lead pencil stick. Let me show you what we do with that. If you miss a shot in the game, and it's hanging in the pocket, the nice thing about the eraser is you can simply erase the shot, okay? So you don't really miss it, all right? Now, there's other situations where you're playing in a game, you're playing a skill shot like this, and you want to make your ball and you want to make your opponent's ball. Now, most people would hit that and probably draw back. I'll show you a different way to draw the ball, okay? Just like this. Whoops, hold on. Wait a second. Something wrong with that ball. Okay, I got it. So just like this. Watch this. Perfect. Okay, good. Now the next shot. This is a way to use the bottom of your stick. You paid all that money for your cue stick. Most people use the tip. I use every part of my cue stick. Now, that way you get a little more joy in the game. Let me illustrate a couple shots with this pencil stick. Number 1, you got a ball like this for the World Championship. Let's just play the 8-ball. 8-ball sitting here like this. And you want to make this 8-ball. Now, most players would run over there on that side. I shoot it this way. A little bit different version of the shot when you do it this way, okay? A little bit easier shot that way. So the next time you do that, you'll probably get ejected from the tournament. That's completely illegal. Let me slow it down so you can see that. It's an illegal push-up. When you do it fast, you can't see it. Watch closely. When you do it real fast, here's a real, just do it, just come down, just kind of go, go real fast, goes in every time. Next shot, okay? There's other shots that are kind of fun with this cue. You can do, well, I'll tell you what, we'll use a different cue for this next one. Here's an example of some illegal shots that will bring you joy. Next time you're playing, you get shots like this that come up. You got a ball sitting like this. You can simply go into the rail like this. Just go into the rail like this and just shoot it this way, ball goes in the pocket. You can also do it this way, which is completely illegal. Okay, good. Any question about that? So remember, if you're going to play me, you're allowed to do anything. Because it all counts in the bigger picture of things, if you're going to have the joy. Now, let's move on to another cue sticks. One of my favorite cue sticks is this one. You know, we shoot at different speeds in the game. And in the game, we have, this is called a power cue. This cue is designed to shoot at different speeds. It has, basically, 20 speed settings on it. Low, medium, high density, master blaster, double-sided, hypotenuse, pi injected with a CD-ROM and a ability to drive ME. It also has 2 imaginary DC batteries. It has a mouse button on this end, and it's automatic. I'll show you 3 speeds with this cue stick. Slow speed to begin with. Engage your cue stick, no problem. Medium speed, no problem. Master blaster speed. Be very careful with the camera over here. Do you have a spare camera? Because if you do, I have a spare shot. Okay. Master blaster. Watch this one. This is all I have master blaster. Now, if you want to bank it 4 rails, here's my favorite shot and pull, 4-rail shot. Watch this one. 4 rails in the corner. 4 rails. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pretty much in. Next shot over here like this, okay? What? Now see, y'all didn't think that was going. Listen, y'all, your eyes are all top. You know, I'm not going to waste my time and let that go on. I think it was going anyway. Yeah, see, some of them want to see it actually. Okay, I'll let it go this time. Just to show you it was going in, but that wastes a lot of time, and I'll have to take a shot out of the program for that. I'll let it go this time. It's not a problem. I'll let it go. See, I had to let that go. You see there? That works every time. I didn't hit it. That went in. Okay? All right, let's move on. Next thing. I want to illustrate. I got a lot of special, and I talked about the speed shots. I want to illustrate some speeds that we shoot at. For example, if we take 5 balls, put them over by the side rail. Is anybody having joy yet besides me? One person, thank you, sir. Pay attention to this guy right over here, will you? Okay, here we go. He's going to lead the charge tonight. Okay, so we start out like this. We take 5 balls, and we take 5 balls, and we take 5 balls. And we illustrate basically 3 speeds in the game. The 3 speeds that we focus on are slow to begin with. We start out like this. Come down the shot, we'll count it out. 1,001. Did that pocket move, Mike? Did that pocket move? It moved a little bit? Okay, well, I'll just chalk up. You know what? I forgot to tell them about our new invention, our new product we're selling. Listen, we're not here to sell much, but tonight, have you ever played with chalk and you miscued? You ever done that? Listen, you have to use what we call the new piece of eternal chalk, okay?
Lifetime supply. It's a lifetime supply right there.
It's a lifetime supply of chalk. It's impossible to miscue this chalk. And I know where I'm going when I'm dead, and I'm going to take this with me. Because it'll last forever where I'm going, okay? So here we go. That's kind of funny. Did you think? Yeah, that's funny. Okay, listen, I do jokes that aren't funny. That's a tough way to be a comedian, all right? So here we go. Just like this here. We do it this way. 1,001, 1,002, 1,003, 1,004, 1,005. Pretty basic stuff. 2 balls a second, like this. 1,001, 1,002, 1,003. 5 balls in less than a second. Now this is really, really fast. Okay, 5 balls in less than a second is super fast. Would anybody like to see it again? I told you it was fast, okay? You got to pay attention. Okay, one more time. There it is. How you like it? 5 balls in less than a second. That's what I got. Okay. All right, here we go. This is kind of fun, just like this. Okay. So we got that one. Now, let's move on. Let's move on to a few other ones. My normal show lasts about 5 days. So I'm cutting this really short, and I've actually got notes. I never have notes. It's all ad-lib. I know it's hard to believe it's ad-lib, but it's ad-lib, okay? So I want to show you now one of my favorite shots that anybody can do. In fact, I probably could get a volunteer for this, but I think we got to keep moving, so I'll just go ahead and do the shot. I want you to imagine you're in this game of blackball for the World Championship. You got a red and a yellow left on the table, and you got the 8 ball and the cue ball, and this is it. This is for 15,000. The pressure's on. Your opponent has done everything they can to stop you. Once your opponent does everything they can to stop you, they do the ultimate result of the skill shot. Yellow ball's up in the air. You've seen that before. Red ball's up in the air. Both fall down. Both fell down. That was funny. They're laughing. How come nobody else is laughing? Join this group. Okay, here we go. That was really funny there. They've never fallen down before. Okay, here we go. I must be getting nervous. Am I getting nervous? No. All right, here we go. All righty. That looks like perfect. 8 ball here, cue ball. So here we go. Last shot of the game for the 15,000. I'm going to shoot the 8 ball in there, and of course on the skill shot, you can make the 8 ball first and still make your ball, right? Is that how it works? But they got to go in. So I'm going to even help my opponent out because they're like starting to cry because you left this shot, all right? So here it is. So 8 ball on the side, and both balls on opposite sides. Super shot.
What about the cue ball?
Oh, by the way, yeah. By the way, on the cue ball in this, you are allowed to scratch. That's in my rule book. All right? Thank you, Mike. Okay, here we go. Great shot. All right. Thank you. Now, next shot, your opponent never gives up. They start throwing all kinds of stuff on the table, all right? They decide to do another. This is now an 8 ball shot where you're blocked in against the side rail. And of course, with the smaller cue ball, it's a little bit more difficult. You take the center point on this rail right here, center point. Put your cue ball pretty much at the center point. You can visualize that. Put a ball up against it, so you're trapped. So there you go, your opponent's left you that. But they know you're probably going to make that, so they make it one step harder. They grab a paper bag and they throw the bag on the table. This is just a cute shot. Everybody can have fun with it. All right. This is one of the ESPN shots I did years ago, and it was kind of an opening shot, you know, and it's a good way to open up your competition in the artistic pool. Mike and I are doing what we call trick shots and so much more. It involves many disciplines of the game called artistic pool. So here it is. I'm going to compress this rail and play the 8 aside. By the way, that's a Dr. Q bag. I better explain that. That's a Dr. Q bag, and for those that may not know, my wife's name is Miss Q. Now, it's not funny. My wife's, it's actually the good Miss Q, MSCW, not MIS, which everybody doesn't want to do in the game. So here we go. Watch that 8 go.
You made
look
it.
at this, what a shot. That's a new shot. Long side, didn't it, Mike? That went on the long side. If you want to see this first time, you can buy the video. All right, let's have one more try on this one.
There's no cue in it. That's the case.
Wide, so we'll come in narrow this time. That's a good idea. How do you do that? I have no idea. There we go. All right, let's try to put a little bit more snap on it this time. Yes, the ball disappeared. Unbelievable. The 8 ball went in the pocket. Did you see that? Now, see, you don't believe that. Pay attention. You see there? It's not been trained properly. Okay, we're going to move on to the next. Enough of that bag trick. I got a few other things I want to show you. A couple of real high-degree skill shots for you. We're going to show you a very famous shot from 1961. There was a movie called The Hustler. Now, this shot to me is it could actually happen in a game. Some people have tremendous. I noticed the brakes here are amazing. Everybody's got control of the brake. Tremendous control of the brake. So let me give you an example of somebody who's got a tremendous control of the brake. World Championship at stake, right here. Your opponent breaks the balls and leaves you this. Now, if I played somebody and they left me this, I'd play somebody else. They got way too much control on the break on this shot. Okay, this shot is designed to make the bank right here on a nice upward stroke and without hitting the yellow square.
Yeah.
All righty. Whoa. What a shot, first time. Tough shot. All right, quick shot. About 18 years ago, I lost my best friend to brain cancer. We were together for 38 years. Some of you have had pain and loss in your life, and we don't know how to replace the person you lose. It's almost impossible to lose that human person, to replace them. So I discovered, and I'm going to use something else to illustrate this with. I had a situation where this was my friend, this was me, and he disappeared, and I had to shoot it a different way. I had to replace him with something else. So this was a replacement. This is the two of us still traveling through life together, like that. It's awesome. So listen, you see how that works very easily, right? Very easy. So I'm going to illustrate this. This is actually the outside of the 6 and the screw together. But in life, and what I've got in my heart is inside my heart. So what you see here is an outside thing. We bring what's outside of us inside, and that allows us to have the victory in our heart, to have the joy to move on with life, because it's almost impossible to live life because we get beat up all the time. So this helps you. Okay, just remember that's what's inside you that counts. In your heart, transforms it up to the mind and renewing, and then you can apply it to the table. I teach 3 games. Game in the heart, game in the heart, game in the mind, game on the table's last. That's the 3rd game. If you put that necessarily before this, you're ready to win every game the rest of your life. You're not really the truest of champions because there's something missing. You got to be really careful on that. Make sure that you have that joy in your heart with everything you do. And I think I've got one last thing. Did he bring the rack by any way? Did he bring the rack? Is that rack? You have it, Wayne? The plastic rack. If not, it's all right.
You can use that. I think you can use it for. You mean for the passing shot?
Yeah, I want to do it. I can do it. I can try it without it.
You can do it. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Good. All right, everybody. You see this rack? What do you put in the center of the rack when you put the 8 ball in the center of the game, right? I did that for about 25 to 30 years of my life. I put the 8 ball or 9 ball in the center of the rack, and when I made it, I won. And I was only winning in a circumstantial situation. And then one day, I had to give up the 8 ball and 9 ball because I couldn't win every time. Is there anybody here that's won every game they've ever played besides me? One person. You got the heart, don't you, buddy? There you go. Look at that guy. He knows what I'm talking about. If you don't know what we're talking about, Mike and Wayne are going to explain a little bit of that here in a second. But I want to show you a shot that illustrates the destination of life. So we'll start. I think we'll shoot it this way. If I shoot it this way, I think you can still catch it right on the string. Let's do it. I'm going to shoot it this way. We have a shot normally on the pool table where we can make both balls in the corner pocket without a helper. I don't like to use the helper, but I guess probably still make it tonight. We're going to see what happens. It's only there to help the balls in. Okay. This is your destination when it's all over, okay? You have to make a decision to know where you're going. This is you walking through life trying to figure out what's going on. Doing what you want to do, doing what you don't want to do, because that still happens. And when you're trying to do something, you do something else. And this is what's inside me that helps me to go to my destination. Once you accept in your heart that special victory source, then this victory inside you goes around you and directs your steps to your eternal home. That's really what we're here to share. So let's do it. It's called a passing lane shot. There's several names for it. Mike Massey calls it scratching with style. Thank you, Wayne. I had a friend call it One More Time George. Do you know why he called it One More Time George? Because he never made it.
One more time. One more time.
You did. He would come to Vegas and do this shot, shoot it about 20 times, miss it every time. Always say it one more time. And they gave him a standing ovation, went home, and they waited for him to come back next year. He's probably making it in heaven because that's where he is now. So here we go. You enjoy, everybody, the cue ball. And I would assume some of you scratched. Does anybody here scratch when you play 8-ball? Have you ever scratched an 8-ball? Anybody? Nobody's ever scratched an 8-ball? All right, is this a tournament? Now, question. Do you scratch on purpose or by accident? Anybody? You scratch by... Everybody here scratches by accident. The way you win is to scratch on purpose and call the shot. You call every other shot, why not call this one, right? All right, here we go. Enjoy it. Watch the cue ball pass. Great shot. Oh, no. One more time, George. Now, by the way, George would have liked that. Yeah, George would have loved that. Okay. Wayne, would you do me a favor? Hold the rack, would you please? Maybe just make it without the rack at all.
Okay.
You do that again, they probably wonder what you're doing. Okay. Here we go. Enjoy it.
Hey!
Good shot, good shot. I can't see it. Come to the table. Thanks for
Okay. Let me see your.
Come on, let's give
you
it
got
one
the mic,
more
or has he
round
got the
of
mic?
applause for Tom. Dr. Q. Rossman. It is my honor, it is my privilege, and for those of you that don't know, my name is Wayne Parker. Yes, Wayne as in Bruce Wayne, and Parker as in Peter Parker. So at night I turn into the spider bat, and yeah, don't be fooled by my accent. I have the South African accent. I am from also the USA, the United States of Africa, and it is my privilege and honor to introduce Mike, the Tennessee Tarzan Massey. Let's put our hands together for him.
Hey. Let's see here. There's the black ball. Okay, I need the cue ball. Oh, okay. I'm going to start off with a few skill shots, some shots that could actually come up in a game, okay? And then I'm going to get into some multiple ball shots. This first shot here, if you notice, I'm frozen, I'm touching the yellow, right? So you see there's no direct path to make the black, right? Okay, we have a ball here, ball here, ball here. Okay, something like this. So what I'm going to try to do is make the black without moving the yellow. And it's not going to be a swerve, okay? And I want you to be the referee, okay? Now the rules are a little different in American. Few shots I'm going to do, we can do in American pool, but you can't do in this game here. But watch it. Okay, the black ball in the corner pocket. They usually say do it again. You want to say it again? Okay, put it back up there. That's a do it again shot. That's what it is. That's a do it again shot. Now watch closely. Black ball in the corner.
What?
Okay, hand me a red. Yeah. Okay, here's another one. In American pool, this shot here would be legal. In American pool, this would be legal. Because when we're frozen to the ball, you have to shoot away from it. We can shoot directly into the ball. As long as you stroke it, you can shoot directly into the ball in American pool. But if you notice, we have a little ball in the way there, right? So I'm going to try to make this red ball straight into the side pocket, okay? Okay. Okay, now let's put the black ball. Let's see. Put the black ball in that corner up there. Now this shot here is legal in your game, okay? In black ball. I'm locked up pretty good there, right? Frozen to the yellow. We got all these balls in the way. This ball here is actually in the way. I call this the snake shot. I'm going to shoot away from the yellow, go into the cushion. It's going to come out and curve around the other yellow and make the black. Whoops. I hate that sound. That's the worst sound in pool, unless it's your opponent. That's a joke. Okay, we're gonna do a couple little 4-ball shots. Give me, wait, first I'm gonna do this one. You know, American pool players, the Filipinos, most of them don't like using the mechanical bridge. Over here it's like a third arm, right? The snooker players is like a third arm. So you need to learn, if you don't like using the bridge, we call it a bridge, you all call it a rest, right? Wayne, would you hand me the black, please? You need to learn the karate chop draw. Okay, this is called the karate chop. I'm going to make the yellow. You need the wrist? No, I'm going to do it without the wrist. Oh. Yeah, I don't like using the wrist. So what you do, you take the cue like this. You lay it down here like this. You don't let go. That would be a foul. You hold the butt end of the cue here like this. You lift it up a little bit. I'm going to screw back for the black. Okay? Whoop, put it back. There's a karate chop draw. Yeah, back up this way just a little bit. There we go. This table a little short, so I got to go on down. Because that's strike 2. In baseball, you get 3 strikes. Y'all should have been here during rehearsal. I made it every time. Yeah. Okay, we'll forget that shot. Okay. Man, earlier, give me 4 reds. 4 reds. And the black. 4 reds and the black. Yeah. I need a partner. Do you play? You don't play at all? Oh, no, I need a lady partner. Okay, yeah, you come on out here. Yeah, come on out here. Wait, come on out here. Yeah.
You want to play, she plays real good. We had a talk. Yeah, come put hands together. Yeah.
Okay, where's my partner?
She's coming over here, Mike, on the other side. She's coming. Julie. Put our hands together for Julie.
Steve Thompson, Paul Harkless. Steve Thompson, Paul Harkless.
Okay, I want you to stand right over there. we're playing partners. Okay, we're playing mixed doubles. We've got the red balls. So they're all in a straight line. I'm going to try to pocket these 4 reds in one shot and play position for you to make the black.
You have to explain that again.
Okay, I'm going to try to make these reds and play position for you to make the black. Where would you like for the cue ball to end up?
I like it just there.
That close?
Yeah.
What about here?
That's perfect.
Is that okay? Okay, yeah. Two yellows, yeah, good shot. Thank you. Two yellows, Wayne. 2 yellows, a red. Two yellows, 2 reds, and a black. Yeah. What's that? Yeah, let's see.
What's the one that just rented? Alexa's corner there, right?
Yeah. Oh. Okay, now if you notice, it looks like a Z. So what I'm going to try to do is pocket the 2 yellows in the corner, the red here, red there, and the black ball back here. This is all about tangent lines and all about the setup. Tom did that. I can do it too, right? Okay, hand me a bunch of reds and what?
How many reds?
And the black, yeah. And the black, yeah. I'm gonna do the time shot, yeah.
It's the same colours, yeah.
That's okay, it don't matter, yeah. Okay, well, I used 3 balls here, 4 is a little bit too much weight. Okay, this is a time shot. This is a time shot. I'm gonna shoot into the red. I'm gonna make, I'm gonna make the black ball. The black ball in the corner with the cue ball, okay? So the cue ball is going to make the black. Oh, let's do it one more time. That was a time shot, wrong time. Well, that thing runs fast, don't it? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So now I got to, it's all about adjusting. So now I went long, so I'm going to put a little bit more spin, not quite as hard. One more time. Okay, I went long and I went short. So now what do I need to do? I got to go in between. One more ball. Yeah. Okay. If it doesn't go this time, it's impossible. So I went long, I went short, so I got to go in between. Move this right here. See right there. Wait. Okay, yeah, that wasn't frozen. Okay, let's see. Let's do a what happened shot, okay? Try the what happened shot. This ought to work. Okay, hand me the black. I need a decent player out here, a good player. I know we got a bunch of them in the house. Wait, hand me one more ball. Yeah. See, I like for you all to have. There
we go.
Okay. This guy plays good. I watched him play. Okay, here's the cue. What you're going to do is make the black ball. You're going to make this black ball in the corner right here. Okay? And we have a little problem, right? So what we're going to do, how we're going to make that black ball in the corner? Aim at my finger, okay? High, very high on the cue ball. Not super hard, but firm, okay? So just aim at my finger right here. Nice level stroke, yeah. Yeah, just aim straight at my finger. Nice level stroke. And hit it, level, don't elevate the cue. A nice firm stroke. Oops, okay. Okay. You got to make an adjustment here. Okay, make sure the cue is nice and level. What's that? You're not used to my cue. Okay, so we aimed here. Well, it went long, so aim here. Aim at my finger right here. Nice, okay, yeah, right here. Okay, nice firm stroke.
Try it again, one more time.
What happened there? That's called a what happened shot. What happened? Okay.
I don't know, you're the man stuff.
Y'all see what's supposed to happen here? The cue ball's supposed to go down. Okay. No, this got to be this way. Okay. Aim right here. Wait, over here. Wait, yeah, I'm trying to make sure. Okay, and just nice firm. You know, we're unlucky. You know what?
Just a bit.
Yeah, yeah,
Just a bit.
yeah. The reason I got him to shoot a cocktail, mate, we're unlucky. Okay, now, I'm going to go back to the skill shots. Okay, a shot that comes up. How many times you ever been playing and you get this shot here where that you're very close to the object ball. Okay, you're very close, and you want to make the yellow and draw back for the black. Okay? Now, would you say that's a pretty difficult shot to do that without fouling, right? Okay, I'm going to show you how to do it without, I'm not going to foul the cue ball with. In other words, it's going to be a legal shot to draw back here. No push, no push. Okay? You want to see that again? Now I want to show you something more amazing, okay? This is actually more amazing. Okay, put a yellow up there for sideboard. Okay, this time, Now you know how difficult it is to follow that ball, right? This time I'm gonna make the red and follow down without fouling. I'm not gonna foul, it's not gonna be a push. I did not foul. You want to know the trick to that? Y'all want to know, right? Now watch this. Now you ladies, don't be trying this, okay? And if you're small, you can't hurt yourself. I'm serious. I'm gonna show you what I'll do. Watch this. Okay, I got this. I want to draw back for the black. Watch this right hand right here. The right hand. I got big hands, you know, it helps. So I take my hand, I measure. I measure here to here. So now when I stroke it, the tip only goes through like this far. It goes bing, bing, like that. Look here. See, like that. Okay? Yeah? Yeah, neat? That is legal, right? That's legal, yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah. Okay, let's do, hand me 5 reds. Wait. No, hand me all the balls, all the balls.
Kevin Barton, top table, please. Kevin Barton, top table.
Oops.
While you're setting it up, I'm going to hand out some tickets, all right?
Yeah, hand it, yeah.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, while Mike is busy setting up, we just wanted to thank one of our sponsors, which is McDermott Hughes in the United States. And they've sponsored a $300 cube, which we're going to give away as a prize today after the show. So I just want to show you guys this. It's a beautiful cube. McDermott makes lovely cubes. And this is a cube that we're going to be handing out. We're going to be giving this away as a door prize at the end of the show. And made by McDermott. So let's put our hands together for McDermott. But in order to get into the draw, you need your ticket. And we've only got 32 tickets. All right, and we're going to do a draw right at the end. So who wants your ticket? Who wants your ticket? On the table, we're going to break, and the winner of the number is going to get that cube. All right? That compliments McDermott. Thanks, Mike.
Okay, on this shot, I probably need the mic, don't I? Yeah. This shot we call the parting of the Red Sea. This is the Moses ball right here. This is the Red Sea. I'm going to shoot into the yellow. This opens up, and the black goes through the middle to the side. I'm only going to shoot this one time. I hope it goes. These little balls. Let's see what I have. Okay, let's see here. Gotta be frozen. Oh! Close enough. I'm not gonna try that again. Huh? let's do it one more time, real quick. Yeah, this one more time. Yeah. Y'all should have been here during rehearsal. We didn't miss a single shot. Okay. Now we have a very good excuse in America, and this is true. Now over here, this equipment is great, but in America, have you ever been playing and they open the doors up and it's raining outside, or when the humidity changes, what happens? All you top players know this. What happens when the humidity changes? Well, the cushions bounce faster. You ever notice how they bounce faster? You ever notice that? The humidity. In American pool, we play a game called bank pool where you have to bank everything. And if the humidity, they'd be bouncing, and all of a sudden the humidity gets high, you get a lot of people in place, or it's raining, they open the door or something, boing, boing, boing. I mean, it bounces all over the place. And that's something you have to adjust to, you know. That's my excuse, and I'm sticking with it, okay? But that's the truth. That's why banks are difficult, because of the these here have to be just right here. They got to be touching. If we're not touching, and I'm having a hard time to get them to touch. Before we came over here, we have a table now in America. We have one sent over it's been about 2 months now. And we actually did a video, we did like 40-something, 50-something shots that we came up, and we're going to try to get it all to you some way, you know. I think Kevin has I think you all have it, you can send it out. And, but this shot here, one of my favorite shots, we call it the parting of the Red Sea.
Yeah!
Hey! Yeah. Okay, now this next shot is one of my favorite shots. I hope it goes, okay? 7 yellows in one shot, okay? 7 yellows in one shot. If this goes, we're going to call it the miracle shot, okay? This went during rehearsal now. So here's what's supposed to happen. This yellow here, and this side, that yellow there, that yellow in the corner, that yellow, and 2 yellows over there, draw back and make this yellow. Y'all cross your fingers, okay? Wait, leave that ball there. That ball is there for a special reason, okay? This ball, we left this ball here for a special reason, okay? Just joking. Now this table is so great, I mean, it's fast. Like 6 cushions is very easy on this table. Okay, 6 cushions is very easy, but I'm going to go 12 cushions. 12 cushions. I'm going to go 12 cushions and make the yellow. Maybe 13 if it's short, yeah. You got to hit this good, yeah. Then we'll do the tandem shot, Tom.
You need that for chalk?
No, it's okay. Okay, y'all ready? Count the cushions, okay? Usually they start clearing the path over there. So we're not, okay, here we go. Count the cushions. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wait. That little cue ball is tough, I'll tell you. There's 3, 6, 9. Have you got a big cue ball with you, Tom? Have you tried this shot on this table? It's a little cue ball's hard to hit. I'm going to slow it up a little bit, okay? There we go. Slow it up a little bit. There we go. Okay, it's easier when you... There you go. Slow it. There's 9.
13. Yeah, there we go.
Oh, wait. Still rolling. Still rolling.
Yeah, it is. Still rolling. It's going to roll for a while. There we go. There we go.
Wait, it hasn't stopped yet. There it is. Hey, 32 cushions. Okay, Tom and I have a double shot we're going to do, and that's it. But
what about the lost sheet?
what's that? Yeah, that's the last shot I'm going to do. We're going to I'm going to do the long sheet, but you want to do the double?
I don't have to.
Okay, I'm going to do one more shot.
Yeah. They need it right now.
Yeah, okay. Hand me 6 reds. Yeah. Okay, this next shot, I guess you saw where it said Gospel Trick Shot Ministries, okay? I'm 75 years old. Once I was alcoholic, 4 packs of cigarettes a day. I've been locked up in rooms. People come in with guns, knives. I've been in jail 6 times. I've used to go to the woods and beat myself. I was worse than Legion in the Bible. I was like a vegetable at one time. You know, this is all documented and everything. I was skin and bones. I'm not now, you can see that. And I had a very strong spiritual experience when I was about 23 years old on the road. I was looking in the mirror. I was a hardcore hustler. You seen the movie? Has you seen the movie The Hustler? Have you seen it? Okay. Do you have anybody here have the collector's edition of the movie The Hustler? Okay. If you get it, the movie's in black and white. I'm in color. I'm serious. You can watch the movie. I come up on the left-hand screen. I explain how they're thinking because I lived that life. And I've been locked up in rooms. People come at with guns, knives. Everything you can think of. I've been run over by a car 3 times, almost drowned twice. You know, many injuries, and I've seen death. And now, when I die, do a dance. When I die, when you hear about Mike Massey dying, do a dance. Because I'm going to be with Jesus. I'm going to be going from glory to glory, you know. This shot here we call, there's a parable in the Bible called the 99 sheep and the 1 lost sheep. So let's pretend that these here are the 99 sheep right here. This is the 99 sheep. We got 1 lost sheep down here. I'm going to use some sideboards just in case, okay. And now after all those things happen, now I've been all over the world. I've been every continent except Antarctica. I won 17 world championships in pool and snooker. I won 3 world championships in snooker, you know, doing the trick shot. Steve Davis, all those guys are very good friends and everything. We used to have some of the older people saw the competitions and everything. So I got blessed going all over the world. But there's a scripture in the Bible that says a dog goes back to the vomit. And my problem is after God blessed me, after I got saved, I didn't get grounded in the Word. And if you're a Christian, you'll know what I'm talking about. My flesh went back to being flesh. And I ended up in the pits again. But God didn't give up on me. And He reached down. He said, hey, I'm going to keep you around a while because you got a story to tell. And I've tasted peace, I've tasted joy and everything, but it's still, in this world, it's tough. I'm not saying that it's not all hunky-dory, you know. But death, why are people afraid to die? We're all going to die. But Jesus has already took my death. He's already took everyone's death. But we got to believe what he did on that cross. He shed his blood. You know, see, hell is real. But hell is made for Satan, his angels, and false prophets. That's what hell is made for. It's not made for any human being. It's made for Satan, his angels, and false prophets. And this here, just imagine this is souls. These are souls. You got one lost soul down here. The pockets are the kingdom of heaven. This is the world. So what I'm going to do is, this is Jesus. Okay, so I'm going to shoot, try to make these balls here go to heaven. And that one last lost soul, this right here could be the most sinful person on the face of earth. This could be the most sinful person on the face of earth. And Jesus took his sins on the cross. Jesus died for that person, but he's got to accept it. See, God doesn't force it on us. He says, here's my son, he died for you. He don't force it on us. It's a free gift. I'm saved by God's grace, not by my good works. I'd be in trouble. So it don't matter what a person's done. It don't matter what kind of pit, you know, they're in, whatever. There's a God that loves you. And he gave his son to die on the cross for you and everyone else. So here, let's see what happens here. This guy here didn't repent. Okay. But anyway, here that goes. But on a serious note, we're having fun up here. Tom and I we have fun doing this. But on a serious note is I've seen death many times. I've had the death angels around me trying to drag me in the pits of hell and everything else. But I accepted, my soul is intact. So I accepted what Jesus did on the cross. And when I die, I'm going to heaven. And I'm ready, you know. But I said, not that I want to have a death wish. You shouldn't want to have I don't want to be I'm not going to set myself up to be a martyr, you know. That would be trying to earn God's love. I don't have to earn his love. But I'm going to go around and hug people and love people, and that's what it's all about. Love, say it's all about love. 2 commandments. Love God more than anything, and your neighbor as yourself. Then you fulfill the law. Love is what it's about. Anyway, God bless all of you. Thank you. Yeah.
Come on, put it together for Mike, the Tennessee Tarzan. Woo! Thank you, Mike. All right, so I have the honor of following Mike Massey, the legend, 13 times world champion. And for those of you that don't know me, my name is Wayne Parker. I'm also a member and of the team Gospel Trick Shot Ministries. I'm from South Africa, and I won the South African Trick Shot Championships. I've also competed in the World Artistic Pool Championships in the States, and I won the World Draw Shot title, or the World Backspin title, in 2012. And it was my first attempt, and I was extremely excited. And it came all the way home to South Africa, and we were really excited about that. So I'm just going to do 2 trick shots, and I'm going to do 1 magic trick. 2 trick shots and a magic trick, and we're going to do the draw for the McDermott Q. All right? Out of numbers 1 to 32, which one's going to be the winning number? One of them. You're right. He's got it right. He's got it right. Okay, so, all right, so I'm going to do 2 quick trick shots. One's probably you haven't seen yet, and 1 card trick. All right, here we go. All right, so this trick shot over here. Hold on one sec. People always ask, why do trick shot players tap the balls like this? I don't know. I see these guys do it on TV, so I just do it as well.
We're tapping lightly on it. They brush right out. Yeah. It's to get
All right.
your all's attention.
Exactly. All right, so this one over here, and as we know, that the ministry that we're part of is called Gospel Trick Shots. And as we know what the gospel is, it's Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. In the Bible is known as the Gospels. Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. And that's really what this is. It's Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John in the Bible. And this is the Gospels. And how I'm going to play this shot is I'm going to put all 4 balls with one shot. And I will not be touching the table at all. I'll be playing the shot jacked up in one hand with one mic in the other hand. I just hope I can reach. All right, here we go. One mic in the hand, jacked up, 4 balls, one shot. Here's the Gospels, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. No worries, no worries. No, that was John. That was John. I know what went wrong. I'm going to show you guys what went wrong over here because life is all about adjustments. Life is all about adjustments. I'm going to show you this one more time. Sorry? The humidity. Yeah, but it's fine. No, I know exactly what's wrong. And Tom, you actually had it. You were actually right. There we go. Just a nice tap like that. That looks good. Yeah, that looks good. There it is. That's what we need. We need a proper chalk here. That's what we need. I think I'm going to do that in the singles tomorrow. I'm going to play against my opponent. I'm going to go. Okay, are we ready, guys? Here we go. This is 4 balls, 1 shot like a dart. All right, are we ready? Yay! Yeah! Okay, forget about that one. Okay, I'm going to make up for it with this next one. This next one you haven't seen. This is a brand new trick shot. And it's something that I came up with some years ago. Yeah?
Oh, I love this.
You like this?
This is a shot that comes up, and it's a great shot. Yeah. I did this in Chesapeake there with the big. You can do this with the regular pool bombs too. Yes.
All right, so
you put it that close.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So if you ever end up in a game of pool, pool like this.
On table 2 in the doubles, please. Pickersgill and Heaton, Barton and Richardson. Pickersgill and Heaton, Barton and Richardson, table 2.
If you ever end up in a game of pool like this, this is a legal shot. In any cue sport, this is legal. I'm going to drop the black ball. A legal shot. Woo! We got one of them working. All right, and I'm going to say I'm going to do one magic trick. I'm going to need 3 volunteers. I've got a pack of cards, and I need 3 volunteers. Who can help? There we go. Come join us, please. You join us. You've been a good contest. Come join us. You come join us. Who else? Come join us, please. Come join us. You can join us again. Maybe sir, you come join us as well, please. Yeah, come join us. There we go. There we go. Okay, one magic trick, and then we're going to do the draw. Yeah, okay. All right. All right, so what I have here, thanks, Sasha. Yeah, I'll need this. Okay, so what I have here is something I've written down. It's called a promise, okay? And there's a bit of a life lesson behind this card trick, and you guys are going to love this because I think this is the first time I'm doing this in public in an open arena like this. So here's a promise over here, and I'm going to ask you just to keep that for us. Okay, you just hold on to that for us, Tom. And I'm going to ask the three of you to assist. Maybe come stand over here just next to me. All right, so I'm going to take I just want to show you guys a pack of cards. Nothing fancy about them. Just take them like that. You take that pack. Just shuffle that for us. And you take that pack and shuffle that for us. Okay, you're going to assist us now as well. All right, when you guys are ready, put the one pack down here. Okay, well, they're shuffling this good. Okay, just watch out the camera. Maybe just come stand this side over here. There we go. All right, so you can put the one pack down there and put the one pack down over there. All right, so we've got 2 packs shuffled by random people. I'll pay you your £50 after the game. All right, I would like you to pick any pack. Which one would you like? Okay, I want you to lift any amount off and take that amount and put it in the center, but turn them upside down. So take any amount off and just put it in the middle and flip them over. Yeah, there you go. All right, now watch this. I'm going to shuffle that into the other pack wrong way around. Watch carefully. No, nothing funny here. All right, that was pretty legit. All right. Could you choose any pack and then take any amount off and turn that bit into the middle upside down? There we go. And I'm going to shuffle this also once again. It's really getting messed up now. All right, you choose any pack and take any amount off and put it in the center and turn it upside down. There you go. All right, I'm going to take that and mix that up as well. And now I'm going to shuffle it all into one pack. Wow. All right, so now you guys can see the deck is properly messed up. And it's completely random. You guys could have chosen any amount of cards. You could have shuffled them any amount you like, and they were all turned upside down. All right, so I would like you to hold the pack for me. You can come stand this side over here for me. And then I want to thank you guys very much. All we're going to do is just a minute. Let's give them a round of applause. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right, so hold the pack for me. Once again, just to show you guys, the pack is completely messed up. Do you see that? All right. Take it there. I'm not going to touch the pack anymore. Is that not exactly how life is? Things get messed up in life. Things are unpredictable. Strangers step into your life and things happen, and strangers sometimes mess things up in one's life. But it's amazing that when things are messed up in one's life, you think that there is no sense of it, there's no purpose. But here's the thing, He makes all things work out for the good for those that love Him and walk according to His purpose. And here's the key. We got to hold on to a promise that we have. And as I said, this is Gospel Trick Shots. And Gospel Trick Shots is not about just encouraging people and sharing the good news. We also have adopted an orphanage in Zambia, 62 children. This Christmas, we bought them brand new beds and mattresses and pizza. And pizza on Christmas. Sponsored by Gospel Trick Shots from the billiard industry. How amazing is that? And so we also do that. Yeah, you guys can give a hand of applause for that. That's awesome. And that's what Gospel Trick Shots is about. And so this trick that I'm about to show you depicts that really. So on this promise, we got to remember the promises that God has for us. Now, Brother Tom, can you come stand here for me? Could you open it up once and read it out loud for everybody? What does it say? Hold it there. Once again, hold on. Before you read it, I want to just show everybody. Check it out. It's all messed up. We don't know how many cards are upside down or which cards. It's impossible. They all shuffled it. Hold it like that. There we go. Hold it just like that again. Read it out once. What does it say?
There are 23 face-down cards.
And if you guys don't believe me, there it is. 23 face-down cards. Dish out the face-up one side and count there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. It's getting close. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Exactly 23 face-down cards. You can give me those. You can pick those up now. Just when you think your life was a mess, God is able to turn your mess into a message. And that's exactly what Mike Massey did over here. You see, here's the thing. In the pool industry, over the years, over probably the 2 decades that I've been in the pool industry, I've met people that are depressed. I've met pool players that find their value and identity in winning and in trophies. Who knows what I'm talking about? And I've had many of my friends commit suicide because of that. How many of you know people that have taken their life? We know that. So we're talking about real issues over here. And that's what Gospel Trick Shots is about. We're here to bring hope. Hope in a billiard world. And we want to show you that even though your life is a mess, there is hope. When your life is in the hands of some... If a deck of cards is in the average person's hands, nothing can happen. But if it's in the hands of somebody that's skilled, it can have purpose and meaning. Open it up one more time. What does it say?
There are 11 red cards left over.
11 red cards left over. All right. Dish out the red cards on the one side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 red cards left over. Why? Because sometimes you think you're going through a test in life, and when you're going through a test and you put your hope in Him, He's able to take your test and turn it into a testimony. That's what Tom was busy sharing. Open it up one more time. What does it say?
All of the red cards are even numbers.
All of the red cards are all even numbers. 4, 2, 6, 6, 10, 10, 4, 8, 2, 7. Hold on, is that it? And 8. Okay, well, that's 1. All right, that's 1. That's 1. No, it's not bad. It's not bad. It's not bad. Come on. Most of them were even, right? Most of them were even. Okay, I'm not gonna get a round of applause now, it seems. But don't you think that's just how life is? Things just don't work out. And when things don't work out, what do? You got to hold on to your promise. And when you go back to your promise, you find, except for this card, the 7 of diamonds. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. I'm Wayne Parker. This is GTS team. Now it's time to do the draw. Yeah, we're going to give away the cue. Are you guys ready with your numbers? Yeah, here we go. Here we go. All right, so everybody, you got your tickets? You got your tickets? Come on, give it up for our man over here. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Awesome. Yeah, put that face down for us. All right, we've got 32 numbers. We've got 32 numbers here, face down, on the table. Yep. Okay. All right. All right, here we go. So we're going to do this fair and square. How are we going to choose the winning number? We've got 32 numbers across the table. All right? Yeah. And I'm going to smack the cue ball. And we've got an 8 ball surrounded by 6 yellows. I'm going to smack the cue ball, and the balls are going to go all over the table. I'm going to splash the yellows, and the black ball's going to bounce maybe for a couple of balls. Hopefully I don't pot the black. But the closest number that the black ends up on, we're going to turn that number around, and that number is going to be the winner of the McDermott cue. There it is there. And the case to the value of $300, compliments of McDermott cues. Let's give McDermott a huge round of applause. Thank you so much. And if you'd like, we've got a Sharpie. We can have Mike Massey and Tom autograph the cue for you as well. All right, so it's really going to be worth it. Are you guys ready?
Here we go.
All right, where's the black going to go? Where's the black going to go? Nobody knows. Let's see. Woo! Don't drop.
Almost. Okay, let's see.
You want to turn it around and call out the winning number?
The number is, oh, you're not going to believe this. How many are here?
32.
The number is 32.
Wow.
Right here? Come on out here, yeah. 32.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Congratulations. All right. If any of you are wanting some of our material, we've got some material. We're going to be in the little booth over there. We've got some books. We've got some free Bibles to hand out as well. And if any of you want any of that, please come visit us. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. Gospel Trick Shots. Give it up for Tom and Mike. God bless. Good night.
Really appreciated with that exhibition, and we're going to be back tomorrow at 1 o'clock, and we're here for the last 16 of the World Championship. Make sure you join us. See you tomorrow. Good night.